Welcome to Best of the Best. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Yeah, I was flirting back and forth with not doing a show tonight, and then I was like, you know what? I took the time to prep it up last night. Might as well go ahead and go on. This is episode 197 of Best of the Best. Moving forward to our 200th episode, which is gonna be next month in September, obviously. Which is gonna be a big breakdown. Just gonna be a big shindig, big fun, a lot of fun, giveaways, the whole nine. But we're starting a little different tonight. We got 11 people in here. I need them numbers. Come on with the numbers. 11 is good. I will do a show for 11 people, but we need them numbers up. Absolutely, absolutely. But thank you so much for the 11 that are in here right now. Because I know y'all were like, I thought Jay wasn't doing the show, but yeah, we're here. So here we go. Want to bring come we just want to jump right into it. Doing a little unorthodox tonight. We will be talking about toys, but we got in the back. We were talking about a great conversation about AI and AR art and photos and stuff like that. So we're just gonna jump right into it. We of course we got my guy. We got second brother right here. Y'all already know him very well. That's the guy right there. It's the man, the myth, the legend. You know what I'm saying? If it wouldn't be me, if it wasn't know him, it wouldn't be me. That's just what it is. You know, I'm the typical little brother. That's the big brother. You already know how I go. We also got my other brother down here. Absolutely. Howard collects in the building. What's up with you, brother? Good to have you
Happy
here,
to be
brother, brother,
here.
brother.
Shout out to the
Absolutely.
11.
Absolutely. And we also got my New York brother up in here. Y'all already know him. Loco Lou. Say the line, brother. You already know what it is.
What's poppin', people? Can't do it too loud. People are sleeping. No. I respect my
Absolutely.
elders. Listen, I respect my elders. Sleep is a high commodity at that age, bro.
That's
Especially at
right.
my age, sleep is a high commodity. And I work at night, so you know me. I'm living that vampire life.
Shit, I
N-
understand, brother. I used to
But
work at a night. I worked at a nightclub for 10 years. I know all about that vampire life, baby.
oh, dude,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's nuts. But speak
Yeah.
about time and sleep and stuff like that. You know what doesn't sleep?
What's that, brother?
That AI. That AI don't
Uh,
sleep. So, it makes it easy for everybody who thinks that they have a creative juices and don't put in the effort. And we were having that great conversation backstage and talking about specific artists and engineers who have it and are basically misquoting a couple of things or have the wrong idea about certain things. You know what I mean? And
facts.
well, while we were talking, I was making the statement of how a lot of toy photography spots, channels, competitions specifically, they are eliminating AI as a function. You have to actually show your work. Like,
Yeah.
um, Photoshop is not considered AI, it's enhancements, but they'll have like, you can, fix your app, your sharpness, your definition, and bring out certain things. Or let's say you have a tool that would bring out a lightsaber if you're using a Jedi or Sith shot.
Yeah.
If you want to enhance that, yeah, you can do that, get away with that. Let that be, that in itself. But you know, let's say you're, you know, doing something where it's just like, here's my figure, and then you use AI generated stuff in the back.
Yeah.
That's not fair. You know what I mean? In the sense that you didn't take the time to think about what you wanted, but you just put a couple of keywords and then AI does it itself. You know, um, yeah, they've been cracking down on that recently because a couple of people, I want to say, before the summer. This was like even before the summer. A couple of
Yeah.
people have been winning contests unfairly
Yeah. Yeah.
using generated stuff, and then this is specifically like the 112 scale community. And, they take pictures of Marvel Legends and all that other stuff. Not so much of the six scale community that we're doing, because technically speaking, we're still in the infancy, if you want to call it that, when it comes to photography in the grand scheme of things, the way 112 scale does, because dioramas and everything like that, that's a big scale.
Yes.
When you think about it like that. So, you know, when they have these competitions, they'll put the ruling: no AI generated, no, none of this, none of that. Yes, this will be considered, just a little touch of this, little touch of that. That's fine, but show your work. Right, so they'll put props, effects. If you're using actual smoke, they'll throw in. Okay, I used this figure, this prop, this lens, this, that, so on and so forth. What was used in it on a listing, and they'll just put their information in. A
Yes.
lot of
Yeah.
people do it. I know our boy Daryl, he does it. He puts all his info in the back of what he used, as far as the camera settings and stuff like that. Same thing with
Yeah.
Maz
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yes.
a couple of other toy photographers that we know and love. They show their work. They'll put in work, or they even ask feedback. Amongst other photographers, just to like each one teach one, and this is a village. We all trying to grow with each other. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
And just like here in the toy community, when we do podcasts, a lot of us are in the same podcasts with each other in other people's channels, having similar, if not the same, conversations, but we each grow in our own way. Sometimes we take a step back and we allow ourselves to vibe out in a
Right.
way where, I'm gonna do a solo show. I'm gonna rock out like this. You know what? I wanted to mix it up. This is gonna be, you know, a panel of all females, or this is gonna be a panel of the Night Owls, or the ones who stick with 112 scale. You know what I mean? Or this is a panel of photographers. Like some people do that. They try to,
Right.
mix it up and push each other. But with the AI stuff, when it comes to doing certain things, it's getting to the point where people are doing interviews with people online like this, virtual, and they're having you do monkey stuff. Like they having you act like a clown, like clap your hands, stomp your feet, make sure you respond to me, type of stuff. You know what I mean? Making
Oh,
sure that you're
crazy.
not yourself an AI generated,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
prompting
Yeah.
into a interview for a job. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll ask you a question. Okay, I need you to clap your hands and stomp your feet, turn around and say this 3 times fast.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
But that's what it's coming down to. Yeah, I mean, throwing it to you real quick, Howard. Your thoughts on AI and just the AI use in AI photography, and stuff like that. I mean, me personally, I mean, I use AI. I have it. I use it for work. For certain things, certain aspects that I do use it for work for my job. Because we don't have the money to hire actors to pay, to do roles and stuff like that. So we figure, hey, certain aspects of training videos we'll use AI for. Um, I use it as a tool. I don't rely on it. My thing is, I use it just as footage. Oh, I need a piece of footage that's completely specific. And what I'll do is I'll put in a prompt, get that footage, and then use that to my editing. But I'm not using AI editing. I'm editing it myself. So, but just your thoughts on that. And I know you also have you deal in the education. You have a education background as well. So, what types of things have you seen when it comes to using AI?
Okay, that's a great question. AI is definitely, I see that as a tool that I think in this day and time, people are becoming too reliant on AI, where
Yes.
they just want AI to do all the work because they find that it has that function or capability. And so it's crazy. The photography, I can't really say too much on that because I feel like if it looks good, it looks good. I mean, if you had a hand in it, I could see where it could be problematic, but it's the same thing. I follow, I'm a gamer too, and I see like people keep blaming AI, chip shortage, and all this. It's not all AI because AI's design, AI can only do so much. Chat GPT, Claude, all these AI programs that we use on our phones, they have a limit, right? So
Yeah.
like we gotta understand when people out there like to use AI as an excuse to have somebody to point the finger to.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's like there's people behind that AI, right? And so we have to hold those people accountable because it can't just be all AI. And so I think people that use AI, I think it's okay to use it to, like Lou was saying, to a certain extent. It shouldn't be the AI's work, because what the AI is doing, it's pulling from other works of art. They're borrowing a little bit, right? So it's like it's not really your own work. So that's why you should only use it as a tool and use your imagination on creating whatever it is you're creating. I just, like I said, I just get tired of people blaming the data centers are the problem, but it's the people behind that are like causing all these issues, water shortages, food, all this stuff. And it's like you're blaming something that is inanimate, a robot. But who's the person that put the robot in the position to do all this stuff? Is those people are the people that we should be going after. So it's like, so is AI running America at this moment? Like I'm confused. Like, are there not humans in control anymore? Because it just seems like the jargon, or it seems like the hot phrases, the hot ticks people like to say, oh, AI, it's AI, it's AI. And I just don't feel like that's really factual. I feel like that's an excuse. That's really bull at the end of the day. So that's all I got to say about it.
I love your opinion on that. Justin McFly, 1980 says, "Till this day, nothing beats Stan Winston in practical effects. The '80s spoiled me." I totally agree on that. But we do see innovations with, and I think we don't want to get like confused with AI and then also like CGI, because with CGI, I mean, CGI takes, it takes artists to put CGI together. You know what I'm saying? With those computer graphics and stuff like that. And that was the innovation back then. And you had people in studios like Stan Winston and stuff back in the days. I was like, I don't like digital effects. I like practical effects. And let's be honest, the practical effects, nothing beats it because it's actual practical effects. But also, in the emphases outside of stuff like Terminator, The Abyss, name your James Cameron movie. A lot of CGI back in the day, looked like people was, looked like cartoons. It wasn't holding up. Certain effects weren't. But as time went on, they got better. And now we're seeing this, this technology with AI, to your point, Howard, in the right hands, applied the right way. AI is very powerful, and it's a powerful tool as a tool set. It just, it just comes, it just works, it works great, works wonders like that. But I think when you rely on it, that's when it becomes the problem. I got Layal in the back, but I do want to throw it to Big Bro real quick. Your take on this real quick.
Um, I'm gonna be long. Pull Lil in because it's gonna take me. It's gonna be a while. I'm gonna be a while.
Okay. What's up, Layal? How you doing, brother? Thank you.
What's
for
up, bro?
being
How you
here,
doing,
bro.
man?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely glad to
Now,
have you here. Absolutely.
now, talking about it's AI, as dealing with AI, like you said, AI is a tool. To me, AI is that 2-year-old child that you got by the hand, walking them through the mall and pointing out different things.
Yes.
And showing them different things. That's what pretty much what it is. By being in academia, I spent almost a good 65% of my semester last semester dealing with AI allegations of writing paper. Till it got to the point where I was like, okay, now I have a thing about people questioning my integrity. It turns into that type of situation.
Be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So it turns into that type of situation where actually, when you're doing your courses, you're not in campus, you're behind a computer. A lot of things can be lost in translation because people don't get to see who you are, look at you in your face, and all this other stuff. Where I actually had to tell the professor, like, first of all, I am older than you. I'm gonna start off with that. Second, that I have been writing for so long. I have written. I said, when you start with computers, you write in thousands of lines of code just to get a damn scribble on the screen.
Yes.
Then in my law enforcement career, I've written reports so much with an actual typewriter.
Yeah.
So over time, my writing will look like AI. It would look like AI.
Because you've been writing for so long. You've been writing for so long.
And I can write.
Right.
I can write. So
you can write. Yeah.
It's one of those things. So now you're talking about something that writing, like people writing trash on Facebook shit. That's just somebody throwing trash together. And I know I'm guilty of that shit. Just throw something and just throw it out there. But actually something that writing a thesis and shit like that, it takes some work. And then I can see where AI is used as a tool where it can turn around and aid, but like what Howard said, people saying AI without understanding how AI works.
Right.
Without fully understanding how it works.
Exactly.
Where actually it takes work to get that AI to do what you want it to do. And like it takes work to do that. And it takes a level of creativity for that. But you're losing the actual thought of creation and putting it together by using that shortcut. See what I'm saying? Like the little comic strips I turn around and do. I got to think out a whole script and the whole thing, how I want to visualize. Just like James Cameron will put a script, I have to write that and do that to put it in there for it to manifest the comic the way I want. But what happens with that? That puts artists out of work like Renz. It put illustrators out of work. It put photographers out of work. It's a whole cascade effect with that. And at the end of the day, it's about capitalism at the end of the day.
Yes.
At the end of the day, how am I going to make the maximum amount of money, the maximum amount of profit without me putting in the maximum amount of time, where I could bring in all the proceeds instead of me distributing it out. That's where we get into these conversations like China. China is turning around to use AI like shit, but they also written laws like, well, we're not going to undercut our citizens for this. Now we turn around to use AI and robots in situations where we having them working near volcanoes where lives are at risk. We got that is understandable. Yes. But when you get into things like photography, where it's actually takes creation, you should not take that creation and match that to somebody that actually put in the work. If you want to do AI artwork, it should be a whole separate category for that you go over there with that and have at it. And have Claude and Gemini have a AI art off or whatever, and that's where it stays. Where people actually do the work, they appreciate the art, they appreciate the time. That's where they're at. So
absolutely
with this whole thing of somebody's blaming AI, you have to understand how it works. And also, we already talked about behind stage that we're actually getting ready to go into a reversal of an anti-technology type of thing. It's funny when you're trying to look at it. I was talking to an older gentleman a couple of days ago about how things in the world is turning into Dune in a way. It's turning into Dune. So
it is. It totally is. And I hear you about the anti-AR, like the anti-technology movement. I'm seeing a lot of people, wanting to go to practical effects, and I have a bunch of buddies that make, independent films, and they tell me about like, yo, we want to stay away from it because we want to keep our people. They actually were mad at me because I did my AI video, and I was like, I just wanted to, it was something that was done for fun. It was like, yeah, but it did look, pretty good. But I was like, yeah, come on, we all know to do a video like that would have cost about $2 million. I ain't got $2 million. I want something cool, but I don't want to pay $2 million. I don't have $2 million to do it. But to your point, that takes a lot of people's jobs away. That's me playing around with it. But what if your top artist that was paying $2 million a video, or paying, 15, or shit, videos don't cost that much no more, was paying $25,000 for a video today. With the, with technology being the way it is, they don't have to, because you got You got AI doing it
It's,
for you,
it's,
and that
and
takes
it-
and that takes and that takes the food out of people's. That does take the food out of people's mouths.
But then too, it's up to us to be purists, to be like, hey, I want some real shit. Like,
It's that, but also not re. I think the thing is, well, we also have to look at, because I remember there was a time, even with shit. I remember when I was in school in 2003. I'm old. And I remember a guy. I was learning the code. I was learning how to code. I was using HTML and JavaScript and all. I know that language. And I remember this guy told me, he was like, "Hey man, there's a program called Dreamweaver. It's made by Macromedia, and it's gonna do your job one day. It can code." And I'm like, "Oh really?" I was like, "Well, I'm gonna learn this Macromedia, and I'm gonna take my skill set and use it with that." And I did. And I was able to make my first web. And I was like, I love Dreamweaver. This enhanced. Oh my God, I can write code in it, but it can also help me fix code that's broken. Oh, this is dope. Leveraging that technology. And I think there's room for that too. And I think once the problem is we're in an arms race with other countries when it comes with AI. That's the problem. That's why you're seeing this big push like this. I think whenever the dust settles, and whatever we find out, whatever this is, what it's going to be, and people use it as a tool and find their place with it, things will level out. That's what I think. At least that's what I'm hoping that will happen. As we move on away from this, I want to get Layal's point on this as well. I know Anthony put up a thing in his chat. We had a conversation. He had a conversation, not in his chat, but online on Facebook the other day about it. So AI is a fine tool as you're talking about it, but it's not for photographers. The same prompts they use, things look all the same. And I think that was the thing you guys were talking about on that not stream, but on that
his post.
On his post, thank you. On his post, that AI, that things start to look the same after a while, because it is just generated. But Layout, what are your thoughts on that, on AI and placement? And I know it's a little different type of topic from tonight, which we will talk toys, but just wanted to get your opinion on that.
Okay. Let's. I want to start somewhere first before we get to this point.
Sure.
NPC Renaissance. Before we had the NPC Renaissance, what did we have? We had the EB, which is basically, EB was a little beat machine that even a certain motherfuckers basically used.
Yes.
Back even the EP was basically used with Sly and the Family Stone. He
That's
used
right.
it. He
That's
was one
right.
of the first that basically used that as a beat functionality, because again, the world had moved forward. They started advancing. Studios were basically using chop filters. They were chopping, reel to reels and placing it together to create beats. After that, we had the EB. After the EB, we got more advanced with the Akai MPC. MPC basically started doing the work basically back in 80, I think it was like what, 80, 83, 82 was when the first MPC was introduced. Actually, no, technically 1978 was when the first MPC was introduced, but Akai picked it up in 83. And that's when it became the MPC that we see now. The Renaissance is just an addition of everything that you actually see within that particular lane. So if you have the Renaissance, you technically have the EB, because the EB gives you everything. All right.
That's right.
I'm using
the kids, for us kids, the affordable version is the little Casio tone thing.
So here's what I'm saying. The reason why I'm doing that is before we had the EB, we had producers that were taking the reel to reels, cutting them, splicing them together because they did the work. But as we know that things are advancing, it went from the reel to reel to the EB to MPC. So in the Phantom keyboard took the place of the Akai MPC for a while.
It did.
So let's basically move forward. We were using the MPC to chop, make beats, stuff like that, this, that, and the third. Then we started getting Studio One. What is it? What was it? Band. I keep forgetting what else. Anyway, What took the Garage Band, all these in Cubase, all these programs,
Cakewalk. Yep.
Cable, all that, right? So then we started creating what? What did we start basically creating in the midst of everything else? We started creating little what do we call them? Damn, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. I was about to say it before we did that. Before my point is, bro, this is where I'm going with this. Everything moves forward.
That's right.
Materials basically that we used back in the day are advanced. We're creating things now. We're able to basically create sounds, use sounds, program and material. I can do this, and create a beat.
That's right.
On my microphone, and then filter it into my computer, EQ it, low pass filter, boom, I got a beat.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm saying is it's advanced. Everything is moving forward. You have the tools to do it. You have the mobility. You can move forward. Now, here's the thing. Studio, when it comes to photography and figure, you're taking pictures of your figures. You want to create a background. Before, for a while, I was just using my black box, taking pictures of my figures and let it be that. No background, no nothing.
Yeah.
People start using their computers to create backgrounds. That ain't shit that you created. That's not shit that you created. It was a background that was already there. You just posed the figure, put that figure in front of that screen, and you use filters. You don't say you didn't. Tricks of the photography to make that shit look real, right?
Yes.
So my point is, right, because there's an argument with AI backgrounds. People are still taking photos. They're just using AI backgrounds to find backgrounds to make it look different. Because even if I do that, I still have to take that photo, run it through a filter, take the proper angles to get what I'm looking for. It's still a figure.
Right.
It is still the figure. Rooted hair. Sometimes if I want that hair to blow, I'm taking a blow dryer, blowing that shit so I can get, and you know how hard that is to get so many different pictures and to find the right fucking one? Absolutely. It's hard as shit, right?
Absolutely.
So you're doing all these things. The reason why I bring that point up, bro, is because what is the difference between you finding on Google a background that you don't own, somebody else took that picture, it was a film or a film clip. You're doing that, putting a picture in front, your figure in front of that, taking the picture and doing all of this. What is the difference from that than finding an AI background? You still taking a picture of the figure, but you asking AI, hey, find me a background that might be suitable, or find a suitable back, because you have to word the shit. And here's the thing, AI is not going to accept everything.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. So you have to word it a certain way.
Exactly.
Even when you do it, that, bro. Because here's the thing. It's not like what I've really been seeing with these motherfuckers creating AI figures. And that shit right there, I don't like. That's the shit I don't like. Because then people are asking for that shit. They're asking for figures that don't even fucking exist.
Yeah, I hate that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna say it. I can't stand that shit because I'm like,
to me.
I'm like, ooh, motherfucker.
It looks good, but you will never find the shit. But if I'm taking my time to take a picture, create the angles, add the filter, I'm doing the photography, I'm doing everything because I do both screen.
Yeah.
I do screen edits. I figured a way out how to do that. But then I also figured out, hey, if AI can do that shit for me quick, and I can't find a proper background, I'll go to them. But I'm still taking the photo. I'm still using the angles. Here, I'm not selling that shit and making money. Right. I'm using it for my own personal preference because it's cool, it looks good, and that's the way it is. Now, if I'm selling that shit, then that's a disadvantage. That's the foul shit because that's not the background that I created. It's not mine. It's AI. Even if I'm basically selling a photo of a background that I don't even technically own, that's somebody else's shit. I would feel bad if I even did that. But I'm doing that in the comfort of my own home for fun, and I'm having fun doing it. Call it a cheat code, whatever the fuck you want. I'm having fun.
And that's all honestly that matters. I think the thing of it is people are going to have to understand. We're going to have to understand that there are different ways to do this at this point, and I think it should be like you said, if you like you said, like Al, if you're taking pictures and you're doing it for your own fun and you're doing it, just to experiment and have fun with, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that at all. Now,
Yeah.
if you're taking pictures and you're using AI stuff and then you're selling it, or you're using it as you're doing figure photography and selling it to companies and shit, like, then I could be like, whoa,
That's fucked up. Like that's
fucked
because
up.
I
Right.
don't own. Number one, it's AI generated, and it's a cheat code. Like, bro,
Yeah.
if I need to listen, and I'm gonna tell you what AI basically works for me. People call it what they want, bro. We've been doing this for how many years? We've been
Forever.
streaming for how many years?
Ooh, 7, 8.
Mad years. Do you know, bro? From the very beginning, when I first started, bro, it would take me hours to do a fucking thumbnail.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I first started, it took me
Yeah.
an hour because I had to figure that shit out myself.
Right. Yeah.
Then Canva made it simplified a bit. So whereas you can add certain things and it made it easier, but still it wasn't giving me everything that it was still me going in.
Hold on.
And
I'll tell you.
sometimes I don't have that time.
As a graphic designer, I remember in 2021, I was doing some stuff. I was the lead graphic designer for where I worked at. I had a boss. She wasn't a boss. She was my team lead. She would always like to jump in my way and do stuff, and I'm like, that doesn't look good. Just leave it to the professionals. So one day she got Canva. She was like, "It's this thing called Canva." I was like, "I can give a fuck about Canva. I'm a Adobe certified." Blah, blah, blah. I'm saying all that stuff, right? And she did a thumbnail in Canva, and I was like,
Mhm.
"What the fuck you did?" I was like, "No. Where'd you?
Yeah.
That's not you. Where'd you get that?" She's like, "Oh, I just did it." And you want to know what? Within then she sent it. We sent it to my director, and my director was like, "Yeah, can we just start using Canva just to make it and just put it out?" I was like, "What the fuck? We gotta use Canva." So I had to go back in my bag and learn Canva
Yeah.
just to get shit out quick, because my process, I could get it out fast in Adobe. I can get it out good, but
But
everybody was moving towards
No.
Canva and getting it out
Moving
quick. And
faster and
when you're in a production environment, or you're a YouTuber and
Yeah.
you're trying to get these videos out as quick as possible,
Yeah.
you gotta it's technology. My point
Yeah.
is, technology changed, and I had to move with the change,
Mhm.
and that's the problem with it.
Now, the biggest problem with all of this is that, I don't know, people just stay in news, and I'm not trying to divert into politics, but
No, that's not.
we had, I'm not going to do that, but we had a cyber attack in another country. They knocked out a grid. And I always say this to my son, and I'm going to say this to young folks, that we grew up in a generation where it wasn't no phones, where we didn't have shit like this. So if we got thrown back into the Stone Age, some of us are going to already know how to survive,
Right.
know
Yeah.
how to do basic things. So it goes back, I'm talking about, it goes far back is where, when I worked at a particular job, I'm not going to say which, where we had data tapes. You had data
Booty magic.
What was that? You said booty
Booty
magic?
magic.
Yeah, but booty magic. But see, the problem is with booty magic is that we had the battle between VHS and Beta. So, we ain't had enough time on the tape. So that was the problem with that. So, but
Enough time on the tape. I just caught that. Stupid.
But no, but that being said, is that you saw run into, that's what where we at now with computers, where you got your data that's off premises and cloud and all the shit. But then at the end of the day, he's like, okay, this data got to go somewhere, and it can, you can't lose it. It can't go out.
Yeah.
And what you gonna do when it does? If a server goes down, or your power in your building goes down, and you got to report that's due, and you got to manually do that shit, and you don't know, that's what a lot of people getting caught up.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people getting caught up with that.
Yeah.
'Cause
No,
a lot
I see that, bro. And that's the thing is, like, we are living in a bro, just like I use music references all the time. You had, old folk. You had, classic, church old folks church music, from church to blues, blues to country, country to jazz, jazz to R&B, R&B to hip hop, hip hop to then you have pop and all these extensions. It started from somewhere, bro.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like we all evolve. Everything is an evolution. We evolve, and if we don't move with the times, if you don't study the things you hate, you're going to be left behind. Because even though you hate it,
you gotta
know it, adapt, and make something better. Plain and simple.
I have a phrase that's called adapt or die. And that's just what it, and honestly, that's what it is. Assistant regional to the 7th, you just asked me a great question. You said, oh yeah, well, I answered back to it. But no, he asked, being a graphic designer, am I scared of being replaced? I mean, in the early of Windows, yes, but like I said, I adapted. I learned to use these tools and stay on top of using these tools and leverage those tools in ways that other people can't. So when people look at somebody that did something in just plain AI, they'll look at mine and be like, wait a minute, that's a little bit something more. Even my little cheesy video that I AI music video, that was all edited in Premiere. That was no CapCut. That was still me, really keying in and getting those shots and then lining up those shots and then editing it and making those shots did what I want. It was like using all my skills to break. And work. It was a lot of fucking work. You know what I'm saying? The thing of it is, I did that. What has it been? About 4 months now. Even doing that now is even different. The way that's done. That's how fast technology. The next one that I do will be totally different than that. I'll be the right height and all that other type of stuff. Because now that was just me experimenting for kicks. But now doing that project has given me a skill set that I can do even more than what I'm doing. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. What's the biggest disappointment? Because I go to a lot of concerts, I go to a lot of shows, and I always get there early to get that sound check. So I can actually hear, what's going on. And I already got to the point where I could tell where they use some auto tune or some other bullshit that aided along. And then you're just like, okay, this person's not really all this what is cracked up to be. And then you go back to what the fuck?
He said more cakes in the next video. Absolutely. Sorry. Go with your point. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not even touching that. I'm not even touching that. But it's like I'm not even touching that. But I think with that being said, is that you losing, how can I try to say this? Okay, AI is not going to replace raw talent. It's not. Because at the end of the day, the shit's just going to be just flat out what Leo was talking about. Those backgrounds and everything looks the same. Yeah. Because it's going to get to a plateau point where it cannot, recreate until it start making mistakes. The biggest problem with this is that we're in what I call the wild, wild west with AI, where there's no regulations, there's no laws, and there's a whole bunch of shit that's going on that's running to ethical and unethical. And Lord, we get to the classes like ethical AI and that type of shit. When you get to that, that is
bro. Here's the thing. Like, we're talking about like AI and photography, and I get that because I understand that people don't want to take away from creativity. Technically, you're not, because you're still taking pictures of those photos. I mean, taking pictures of your figures. You got to pose that shit. That's creativity. Taking those camera angles, moving them to try to get a level of realism. That's creativity. Yeah. Still, you're posing. You're doing that. You're creating a scene. Backgrounds. I can't afford to buy all this shit to create a background. I'm not as skilled and as talented as Bean or Philly or Lou and all these other motherfuckers. So I got to use whatever I can actually use.
Absolutely.
But, it is. But see, the thing is, we talking about this shit, bro. I just watched. What was it? Me and Toya the other day was watching on the news. These motherfuckers over there in China, bro, Bro, they're creating full-fledged robots that are fighting in the ring.
The kung fu
Kung
robots,
fu
real
shit,
deal.
bro. They are
Really?
creating militarized robots,
Yes.
bro,
Yes.
that are
Yes.
running, hiding behind shit, standing up, darting, pointing like they have guns. Bro, this shit is real. They are doing that shit, and we talking about that shit over there, bro. That is Skynet, bro. That shit is happening.
right.
For real.
No lie,
was
that's Skynet right there. That's definitely Skynet right there.
It's completely Skynet. Now, guys, I'm gonna have to be going Floyd. We had a great conversation. It's been about 40 minutes of AI.
No,
talk.
motherfucker, because I'm offended. I do that. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm just playing.
No,
Man, he just started some shit talking about tape signs and shit.
Hey, listen,
And then somebody put a T160 on it. Man, T160 is hard as shit to get. Where you get that from?
I don't know. Maybe
I'm gonna still keep making my Mark Lee AI photos. I don't give a damn.
It is here to stay, and we just got to live with it and just evolve. I think what you said, Layout, was very poignant about technology and the innovations of music and even sampling and the instruments itself. And you can't go anywhere now without that technology being in any big major
Not at
studio.
all. Bro, where did we go from playing live music, live instrumentation to what? VSTs. VSTs do the same thing. You can get a string. I can create a full orchestra quartet using VSTs.
Yep.
A full orchestra that I don't need to band.
But here's the thing.
It's not the same. I'm just saying it's VSTs out there that do that because it's an advancement.
And here's the thing.
And sometimes you would never know the difference. But go ahead.
You wouldn't. And in the studio, that's great. But here's the thing. Here's the placement. It's nothing better than hearing
a live fucking band.
There you go. And
that's the thing.
You got somebody and they get into their fucking zone and they close their eyes and I'm a junkie for guitar solos. I'm a fucking junkie for it. Once they turn around and joking together and the eyes are closed and they bite their lip, I'm like, oh shit, about to get to work.
And this is what makes bands like The Roots relevant. This is what makes live instrumentation relevant. Live band, live music, bro. When I'm in the studio with a live band, I can sit in there for hours with them motherfuckers.
Lil, I got one for you. You remember the Sonic Phaser back in the day, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Sonic Phaser. While I was at Billy Idol show, his guitarist took the motherfucking Sonic Phaser, put it to the strings, and did it. You know how back in the day, I'm sitting there. This dude got a fucking Sonic Phaser from the goddamn 80s. It was doing that shit like fucking machines. He was doing it. I was just like, damn, okay,
amazing,
okay,
amazing. Guys, we got to move on.
Let's go.
Got to move on. We're losing them. So, all right, want to give a shout out to some people in the chat real quick. We got Ben Thomas in the building. What's up with you, Ben Thomas? How you doing, my brother? Good to have you in here. Absolutely. We also have Uncle Ben in the building. What's up with you, Hawk? Benjamin E. Green in the building. Says greetings to the panel and the entire collective from Fraggle Rock. Love you. Good to have you here. Absolutely. Of course, we got Mark Lee in the building. Good to have you here. Also, Docinator in the building as well. That's right.
Sir.
Yeah, man. Sometimes just got to shred. And ain't nothing like it, brother.
Ain't nothing like it, bro.
Charlie the Unicorn in here. Absolutely. Charlie the Unicorn doing your thing. And of course, we got Anti-Cisco Mafia. Says Skynet is coming soon. They are. I mean, Sarah Connor was right. You know what I'm saying? She just was. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. We got the talented Renz, talented Tino, most talented man in the world, creating yet another masterpiece with some AI. No, I'm just blew my man. That's what I'm saying. With one single eyelash.
When you say AI, bro, Renz will fuck people up over that shit. Him and Vinny.
We already said Renz.
No.
We already talking about. I already call him Renz with pens. He got them silver pens.
He said, "Hell no."
Hell no.
Hell no.
You said that like an old black uncle.
Hell no.
No. What we mean to say is he's killing it with A's and I's, meaning like, hey, that's some hot. Ay, 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 ay. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Gotta
real
love
quick,
that,
I know
man.
you're going through the chat, man. Real quick, shout out.
Yes, sir.
Do want to my condolences to our guy, Brian Wong, man. You already know that.
Yes, yes,
His father passed away. I talked to him a few
absolutely,
days ago, and
absolutely.
he expressed where stages he was, and then to wake up today and find out about that hurt. Like
Oh
that
my God.
really hurt,
Yes,
bro.
yes,
That
yes,
cancer is a bitch, and I'm gonna tell everybody out
yes,
there it is,
yes.
bro. Shout out to Brian Wong, man, for real.
Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Brian Wong. Our
Yeah.
condolences.
Yes,
Sending you
sir.
our prayers and positive energy.
Yes, sir.
100%, brother. Absolutely. That, oh, fuck cancer, I swear. Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna throw it to you, big bro, on this one real quick. We had a release today, a real
Mhm.
excellent release. RoboCop. This is from RoboCop 2, with the blue tint tinge to it, looking amazing. Definitely, yes, please throw him in the chat. Yes, for
Yeah.
Brian. Yes, please. Brian is such a great guy, guys.
He is,
He is
bro. He's an amazing guy, bro.
an amazing guy.
He
An
definitely is.
amazing guy. I mean, yeah, if you, I mean, out there, if you have, send him some love, let him know that you're there for him, send him some messages, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Please do. Please, please.
Oh,
So we got this RoboCop in. RoboCop, amazing, with the blue tinge, looking great.
Mm-hmm.
Now, bro, you actually met the man. You actually met
oh, you
Peter
know,
Weller
Uncle
not
Peter,
too long ago.
Uncle
And
Peter.
tell us some stories about Peter Weller, and also your thoughts on this figure. I know you got the. I think you have RoboCop 3. Is this something that you're looking forward to?
Uh, I may not. I don't know. So the one I got is good enough. Good enough for me. It's good enough. It's good enough for me. So,
Are you
uh,
getting Robo Kane?
Robo Kane, yeah. Robo Kane, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to get it with the new. Got to hit it. Get it with the new.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Doctor Weller.
There you go.
That's what I call him, Doctor
Excuse
Weller.
me, Dr. Weller.
Okay,
Yes.
not honorary, Doctor Weller. I call him. I call him Uncle Peter because we really had a good connection when we met. We talked for probably close to almost probably 2.5, close to 3 hours. 3 hours. We had a photo. We had a photo op. Now I got an autograph from him, and I basically talked to him about about education, nothing about RoboCop. And then I opened up a conversation. Then we started talking about Italian horror. We started talking about different things with film. Then you're in your con, you got lines and everything, and you can't really. They talk to you for a little bit, but after the photo op, that's when things really got cooking because he was excited and we took the photo op and wanted me to come back to his table. Went back to his table, went behind the table, and we talked more about Italian horror, and talked about different things about him being a professor and the challenges of going through academia, being older, and you being older, your professors. And when we start talking about that type of stuff, it's like it just opened everything up. And we corresponded a couple of back and forths on Instagram. He's
Yeah.
definitely I'm looking forward to seeing the New York Comic Con. But the point the point with him is that he's such a perfectionist and such things on a fine ultra fine detail. And he's definitely one for old school, basic film,
Yes.
basic film. So, talk to him. I was that conversation with him. I mean, man, I didn't even say nothing about RoboCop. Literally, just had him just sign the RoboCop autograph, and then he turned around and signed my photo op, and we just talked about the evolution of horror and how Dario Argento is really underappreciated, and
Mm.
he was shocked I knew so much about Dario Argento, and I'm like, oh yeah. And when I started collecting them horror films, that was the first because he was actually one of the ones that was thinking way out of the box that told Hooper and everyone else pretty much emulated.
Right.
He's pretty much like an Italian horror Hitchcock. So he was impressed with my knowledge about him. So I guess that pretty much opened everything up. But for this figure and looking at the likeness by me seeing this, I may get it just because of this head sculpt.
That's what I was gonna say. The one you have doesn't have the head sculpt. This
Head
one,
sculpt,
yeah, you kind of want that. You know what I'm saying? That going back to, I had the Murphy and RoboCop 2-pack,
Right.
and this right here is a happy medium because I know they're not. We'll probably get that 2-pack again
Eventually,
at some point.
yeah.
Eventually, it's gonna happen. They're gonna.
You may get it because there's a RoboCop series coming out.
Yes.
There's a RoboCop series coming out on Prime. So we may, and I think he has a hand in that. I think he does.
Absolutely, that's dope. So yeah, we'll get that. I'm sure we'll get some artists in action. Who knows with that 2-pack with the Murphy and all that. But this right here is a nice little. I think this is a nice little package right here because you get this look. The original Battle Damage Terminator was amazing. It was an amazing piece. Even for its time, and I think that came out in 2014, 2015. I remember back in the day, I had to pick between the Han Solo and Chewbacca 2-pack, and I'm hearing feedback. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's you, big bro. You having some feedback over there.
For real? I wonder from where? From what?
I don't hear it now. Everybody's good. Okay, I hear it now. Okay, so yeah, so we I had to pick between those two. The and getting that, a couple years down the line, I was able to get the RoboCop 2-pack, and that RoboCop 2-pack was amazing, and the fact that you had this head sculpt in it looked really damn good, and now it looks that they actually went ahead and they actually updated the face paint on it, so you're getting an updated sculpt on this, and it looks fantastic. I think it looks 100% great. Just I mean, this is just definitely I can't wait for this to come home. Now I'm getting it from Sideshow. It is coming from Sideshow, so I'm just glad that we finally got that this one actually dropped. Howard, your thoughts on this? Is this one that you have coming in?
No, I don't. I didn't expect it to drop. I forgot about it. Obviously, I had the one before this, and I got rid of it. But this is the definitive one. This one comes with the head sculpt. It looks just like him in the movie. Like, this is probably the best one to get if you're on the fence about getting it. I like because they improved on like the first one, then the second one. What is this, like a 3.0, 4.0? This version? They've done
I think this is the
3 times.
I think this is the
No,
I could be wrong, chat.
It's
Let
the
me know.
first
This is the first RoboCop 2 version.
I would say it's the first RoboCop version in diecast, unless we're looking at the model kits when Hot Toys first did model kits. I remember they did model kits prior to actually being a figure because you actually had to assemble it.
So is the one I had the first one then?
No, that's the third. That's RoboCop
That's the
3.
third one because I have that same one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's RoboCop 3. Yeah, but they use Peter Weller's face sculpt.
So
Yeah,
this
the same thing too.
This is excellent. Like, I definitely want to get this. I'm not in a rush. Hopefully it doesn't sell out or go anywhere, that you could probably still pick this up. But I wasn't expecting this. This looks really good.
And we have some footage here from, of course, the Great Figure Hideout, showing all the accessories and all the doodads that come with it. And I mean, once again, I think this is a great release, and I know a lot of people are going to be getting this to pair with the Robo Cane. Leal, are you getting any in on this action? Do you have some RoboCop stuff already, right?
No,
Really?
no, I don't have one. This was the one I was going to get for RoboCop 2. I have it on order from Underground, so definitely I'll be picking this up. I mean, come on, man, it's Peter Weller and it's classic. And it just, again, I Here's the thing, bro. Like, and I know they're doing another show. I mean, they're doing a show. I just it the classic was ahead of his time, and
Yes.
unless they can capture that same feel, like I don't want like they proved what you can do without special effects as far as the suit is concerned. They
Yeah.
proved what you can do. And with Peter Weller's, again, he emotes with his face a lot too, but with his body and the training and, how it was, the walking and this, the skill in that was absolutely phenomenal, bro. So I love this piece. This would be definitely my first RoboCop. So definitely all in on it. It looks absolutely incredible. I've been trying to push Yoast, like, yo, can you create his car, bro? Please, just give us. Um,
Yes. Yes.
it would be so hard though to do that and
No,
put
no,
him
no, no, no,
inside.
no. Yost, don't. Yost could do something better. Not that piece of shit Ford Taurus. No, no.
Hey, accurate though.
3D
I'm
print that
looking at
shit.
accuracy.
No, no.
I'm
He
looking at
said, "I got
accuracy.
piece of shit for tours. I'm done."
But yeah, no, I think this is definitely going to be an incredible piece. It looks like it came out perfectly.
Wow.
Like even like with the movement and everything, man, it looks
Yeah,
absolutely
that looks
amazing. So
amazing.
yeah,
That looks amazing. The damn thing. Wow.
yeah, I
Wow.
can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, I'm not rushing. I
Yeah.
haven't ordered with it, but I still got other stuff that I got to get through right now. But yeah, I mean, this is on order, and I just kind of have to go down the line. Yep, that's it.
Absolutely. We got Dean Knight right here. What's up with you, Dean? My brother Dean. Good to have you here, bro. He says some of the bloggers used blue lights to make the suit look more movie accurate from everything I've seen. Hot Toys totally fucked up the armor color. And I've heard that. I did hear about that. I mean, but honestly, I still think it looks good. It's good, but to each his own. But I think the color of the suit looks good. I kind of like that blue, like that. But I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I know if I go back and I look at it, I'm like, maybe not. But I heard that. I've heard that from a couple of people. Definitely. Before we go to you, Lou, I want to see what Ben says here. He said, "Hot take, maybe, but I just rewatched RoboCop 2, and it was not great. I like the fight with him and Kane, and the camp is fun. And the camp is funny, but Robo One is still a defense. Of course,
Oh, yeah,
yes. Robo. The,
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one is the first
No
one is the
disputes. No
shit.
one
Yeah.
disputes that. No one disputes that.
No one disputes that. The,
Oh,
the
yeah.
second one was campy. You had the little kid with the gun lunchbox. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't. Nah, but
I was just saying that
I'll put
this
two over three any day.
say it again.
I'll put
He
two
said-
over three any day.
Any
Yeah.
day, yes.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
totally.
yeah.
I was speaking more of the fact that this comes with the head sculpt and the other one did.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. As a figure, yeah. This.
Yeah,
I mean,
as a
yeah.
figure, not
is
as
definitely
like
more.
the movie.
Oh, yeah. Of course. This is definitely more. This is way more value than that third one. Absolutely, 100%. Lou, your thoughts on this?
Oh, this is hot garbage, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all all blind. I'm messing with y'all. I'm messing with y'all. Nah, bro. This is coming home, man. I had this one pre-ordered with Kane, man. Like you can't have this. You can't have Kane and not have this, in my opinion,
Yeah.
just because he comes with the brain. For that final smash scene. You know what I mean? Like that right there. Sorry if you guys didn't see it. Spoiler warning. Whatever. This movie's like 100 years old already. But that's the scene, bro. That was like, I'm gonna get you, and I got you. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
this was it, man. This was my movie magic, growing up, watching this film and seeing this figure, to life. Yeah, the blue should be a little more blue. I do agree with Dean Knight on this, that the blue should be a little bit more striking, but straight up, the third movie was trash. I did love the backpack. It made him into a freaking superhero, a flying tank, if you will, and that extra Mega Man arm cannon. If that's your cup of tea, that was my cup of tea. But as far as him going into that superhero, okay, he went from cop to superhero. He's flying now, yeah. But the actual look of how it looked in the second film, that was like, yeah, that's the shiny Nunu. That like he smelled like a brand new car. You could smell him through the screen. That's how good he looked. Um, I love the fact that they included the other head sculpt with Peter Weller because that's what was missing. You know what I mean? That's definitely what was missing. With the third one, but I think this one will always trump it. You know, especially if you're gonna have, some nuke with it. You get little cartridges and you get the big cartridge for Kane. So and you can interact with that with the Kane because his hatch actually opens. So I think that's you know it's reason to get it. You know what I mean? These accessories go with Kane. For the most part. But I'm waiting for mines, man. I got mines on Sideshow, so looking forward to getting this. Now, can we get a Lewis, please? I'm waiting for a Lewis. I want a Lewis. Give me a Lewis from the first one or the second one. I don't care. Just give me a Lewis.
I thought you were spending your money on that shredder, Lou.
I am spending my money on my shredder, but don't talk bad about my Ninja Turtles ever again, okay?
That's my boy. We were like the only ones getting that.
That's fine. Listen, that just gives me more to appreciate when everybody starts looking for it again, because it happens all the time. People will talk bad about something, then when it's out, where can I get it? It's the same song and dance all over again. You know what I mean? See, with Mondo, you got a window. They give you, what, 2 weeks? At best.
How do we go to talking turtles?
Because of him.
I was like, wait a minute.
Because of him.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how did this? What happened?
It's just like he pulled out a line and Lou just sniffed and went on.
It's like a bloodhound, bro. Come on, man. You know this. You can't say TMNT Shredder or anything other than that. Have me not go off. Come on. But
he just instantly took that shit straight personal and just
went with it. Went with it.
But yeah, look at that picture. Yeah, it looks more blue here. You know what I mean? Than anything else. So
I was going to say something fucked up. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Look at his face. Look Peter Weber's face. He was like, just don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I know their face. No, not right there. Not right there. Hold on. Oh shit. Let me get something to drink. Give me 5 minutes. Hey, 5 minutes. Let me recharge. No.
You get lifted actually in some black.
No. So fuck you then. I know that.
Left $20 on the counter.
Like, you know what's the best shine for RoboCop to see the blue? When he is actually talking to those kids, because he's in the daylight and the kids are messing with the fire hydrant, and he turns off the pump with his hand. That's when you can see like the blue, like the real blue. But yeah, dude, this is going to be one of those nice pieces that's going to be in my collection that I just, yeah, I'm patient for it. I'm waiting, but I can't wait to have it in the collection, especially with me.
Yes, S Beam, you are funny. I remember that. I want the RoboCop that was in WCW to help Sting. I remember that. Oh my god!
And no lie, that was, I believe, if I remember correctly, that was RoboCop 3 that did that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
RoboCop 3 that did that. It wasn't this RoboCop. It was RoboCop 3. That's when Sting was rocking his Hawaiian surfer look with the buzz cut blonde hair.
I remember that shit.
Oh man.
Oh my god, that is funny.
Talk about promoting. Putting your foot in the mud for promoting. And
for
look,
real.
yeah, Pedro. That's right. Let's talk Mondo Shredder. Yeah, no one talked Mondo Shredder on last stream.
Yeah, that's why I brought
But
it up.
but it's okay. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We still got like some blue and red Spider-Man to talk about, which I'm like, wow, I don't
This
want
shit
it.
right. This shit right here.
Which I know is the segue. See, I know when to segue. Come on.
Yeah, yep,
You
you
know,
do. This shit.
we bro, we talked about this, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to say, folks, and everybody out there in Figureland, this is a barometer of the state of collecting right now.
Yep.
Is exclusivity, and I'll say it right here. Is exclusivity dead? Did they over overplay their hand with the exclusive shit? Because it looks like they did with this.
I think
300
what they.
pieces?
Go ahead. What you said, second brother?
The 300 pieces, and this shit came out. I mean, it came and hit the phone probably about 1 something in the afternoon.
Yep.
The 300 pieces, and that shit's still for sale.
Yeah.
300 pieces.
Listen.
Well, I think this just released. Sorry, Lou, but like the original one just released. I had it, and then
Yes.
now you're hitting us with a red one and a blue one, and it's like overwhelming. It's the exact same figure, just a different color.
Okay, exactly that. Now I'm going to hit people where it hurts, right? Especially Hono Studios. If you're gonna give us an exclusive, make it worth our while, like they did with the brown suit Wolverine. You know what I mean? That was different enough where people could be like, I want that, and they chase that, right? Not this. This is literally 30 seconds, or less than 30 seconds. This is a blip in the intro of Spider-Man. Okay, this one and the red one until you get to his solid color. In whose right mind would they really want to get this in their collection and it be one solid color, knowing that he has fingerless gloves, and his fingerless gloves, you can see his fingertips are blue. He looks like he suffered from frostbite right now. Then you got this red one. Now the red one doesn't look as bad because the white and the black cuts it up really well, but still suffers from the same problem. It's all red. It's like,
No.
that's not how it was in the show. You know what I mean? This is the intro. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's low stock now. Oh wow.
It could stay in low stock. It could sell out. Whatever. You're not going to get much for this in the aftermarket. That's people's goal. I don't see this doing better than like the '78 Spider-Man.
So,
hell no.
Yeah.
Hell
So
no.
what was the blue one? This one says Asia exclusive. So was the blue
Asia
one
exclusive? The other one's for us. The blue one's for us.
Oh, got it. Wow.
This is like split seconds inside the trail into the intro of the
intro of the show.
Yeah, this is 30 seconds of intro. They should have done better. And you know what they should have done? Give us our damn Thor already. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, I agree to that. 100%. Yeah, Layout, your thoughts on this? The red and blue Hano Spider-Man.
Pass.
Thank you.
Just a pass, bro. I have nothing to say about it. I have no interest in it whatsoever. I think it's nah. And look, when Ren sent this to me last night, I asked him, I was like, yo, is this a joke? He's like, I wish it was. You know what I mean? That's what he said. I wish it was. Like, nah. I didn't even do a video on this today at all.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to.
I totally didn't even. I saw it. I saw Ren's, shout out to Ren's with the wake up call.
Yeah.
I saw it. And I was like, I didn't even acknowledge it. I was just like, no.
Bro, here's the thing. This is the crazy part.
Wow, RoboCop.
Bro, you mean to tell me Hano Studio they have all the time in the world to do this, but show us that Thor and it never ever dropped. Never.
Yeah.
Nope. And not only that, dude. What happened to the rest of the Spider-Man suits in this show?
Yeah.
Like, why would you give
they may still be alive. This might be a direct nod because I thought they were done after that the regular suit of this. I thought they were done after that.
I thought they were done. Period.
Well,
Yeah.
see, this is showing up that they got a pulse, but it's not showing me that they have love for what they're doing because this is essentially a cash grab,
Yeah.
right? And it's the worst type of cash grab because how long is this? It's sitting at low stock now, and
Yeah. But
you know,
then this is like a thing where the exclusivity thing is getting played out. Like you turn around and say, cash grab, that's another issue.
Yep.
The economy is really fucking hitting people. And they're not sitting there going to throw their money out there, just throw it out there just like that. And it's a whole lot of wheels moving. But at the end of the day, I try and look at that ship. I mean, sorry to say, Hot Toys is they're the ones of the I won't say the masters of this ship, but they're the ones that had this 1/6 thing going. And I think that ship is starting to slow down. Sorry to say, I said a long time ago, these 2.0s and them doing this shit, and every other week of artisan, this shit is going to hurt them in the long term.
and exclusives.
And the exclusive is going to hurt them in the long term.
Yeah.
Because it's reasonable if you have an exclusive and you do 4 exclusives a year. So that means that's an exclusive every quarter. That kind of makes sense. But if you into a thing where you just printing out figures, throwing different variants, throwing 2.0s to try to collect money in the economy that we're in, as an economy that we're in now, you're gonna be sitting on a lot of dead stock. You're gonna be sitting on a lot of it. And then you got INART coming out there doing things that nobody else has done. Like that Bruce Lee, and then
Oh
you
my
got
God.
that Bruce Lee. Then you got Jay. You just did a review on Negan, and you got, and then we're anticipating the Terminator. Then we're anticipating the Christopher Reeve. That's what I'm sorry, me. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. Then you had Smooth Criminal. So you got these. Then you got Caustic coming out with their stuff with the Conan. So. Hot Toys got to come up with something. They got to come up with something that has something going with the aliens, and they come with that Hicks, but they got to come with more thunder than that, than the stuff that we already know is going to come. That whole thing with that event, the Avengers Doomsday, that's all well and good, but I don't think that's gonna. They got to come with some smoke instead of just to me, it's like they're just throwing things out there. And it's reflecting it. Like even with the Han Solo, we've been talking about that Bespin Han Solo like forever, and that's just like, So
They're not even throwing out the stuff that we want. We've been asking for that Wolverine Apocalypse. We've been asking for Harley Quinn. We've been asking throw that shit out.
But wait.
Don't throw this out.
You only talk about artisan.
No, I'm just saying other figures.
No. Let them take their time with the hair. Let them do the hair right. Make sure the glue don't fall off. Let them take their time. You can't rush perfection. That's Hot Toys' version of perfection. So let them work on their perfection.
What's up, Blue? What's up, Blue Tattoo?
Blue Tattoo.
I'm not saying Hot Toys still the shit in some cases, but I think they honestly got hit with that capitalism bug, and I know some figures deserve some innovation and redone or whatever, but I knew that whole 2.0 thing. They're not doing that shit like that. They're doing it too much on the regular. I'm like, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt because secondary market ain't shit, and a lot of people, that's what they do. They want something that's going to, like, damn, this is going to be something someday, instead of another piece of plastic that you throw in a box, and that's what it's beginning to turn into.
You're right. A healthy secondary market is what's going to make the product stand to the test of time, and we're seeing that with INART. A lot of INART figures, and maybe because it's still early for the company, and the company has a lot of hype behind it. But if you see, those figures are holding their value. Now the question is, are these figures holding their value because INART is the hotness right now, or is it because they're giving us characters that people really, really want. They're giving us those undeniable characters.
I
Like,
think
yo,
it's a flux of three. I think it's a flux of three.
Mhm.
And they
Yeah.
and they printing to serve. So they printing to serve you, and that's it. So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about, oh shit, about 18 months come down the line, you see another version of it. I mean,
But-
that's
right,
what I hope
right.
that doesn't
So-
happen, but that's what you're not. With them, you know you're not getting that for now.
Yeah.
There's still that rareness factor with INART. Like they haven't moved on like 2.0, 3.0, like Hot Toys. Like the Pennywise, that's a different Pennywise. Just like the Man of Steel is a different Superman. So they're not really giving you the same figure. So it's like these figures still hold its value. I think it's more so that, and they're giving us stuff that we want with the catalogs that they have, with the licenses that they have.
Yeah,
They're
also
being
you gotta
strategic.
Also, you got to take consideration this that they demand a very high price tag. Not everybody's willing to pay. Some people, like myself, would be, pressed to be like, you know what, I'll get the Hot Toys version. I'll get the Hot Toys version. It fits with what I need and whatnot. I don't feel like I need to go the extra mile to get, the artisan. And that's how I felt about the new Superman. That's the new Superman that we got. I thought the Hot Toys did that one a little bit better, and that's my opinion. You know what I mean? But when it came to Reeves, that was a no-brainer. I locked mine in. I made sure to get that. When it came to the Bruce Lee, that's a no-brainer. I made sure to lock that in. That's perfect. You know what I mean? So when you look at it like it's the price, not everybody's going to be willing to pay for certain characters, right? The competition, that's going to make people steer away as well if they can get a cheaper alternative for themselves. And three, it's the distribution. You know what I mean? If they're not making a bunch and they're only making what they put out or what they said, okay, it's sold out now, and their window of purchasing is closed, that's what's there. You know what I mean? And we don't know what those numbers are. At the end of the day, whatever is available. And, whoever's holding or selling or whatever the case may be, they just got to hope and pray that the people are still interested in purchasing them, for that higher price, because we're in a buyer's market now. We're not in the seller's market. We're in a buyer's market. So
we ain't even in a buyer's market because everybody is being tight with their money. And I look at it like this. Everybody being tight with their money, and I'm looking at this. I'm looking at for one NR figure to come out, that's a slap down on full Hot Toys.
Exactly.
It is
because the price is matching. When the price starts to match, that's when you start to see, another king take the crown.
And what we're seeing is with this release right here, we're seeing Hot Toys, in my opinion, they're flooding the zone. That's just what it is. They're over flooding the market, oversaturating the market to stay on point. And we know, they're still a king. They still have a lot of licenses. They have, talk to me next week when we see more stuff from we may see more in-game figures at this point. Talking about Doomsday and Secret Wars. So we already know that they got us by the balls with that.
We're in the flood period. We're in the flood period.
We are. We absolutely are. K Carter says, but if we're in this hobby to collect and enjoy, why worry about figures maintaining monetary value? Don't care about the value after buying any of these figures. Absolutely. And I think that's why it is important to buy what you like. Buy not just what you like. Buy what you love at this point. Because the thing is, there's so much stuff coming out. You have to really nail it down and really set up being like, okay, this is stuff that I like, but what is the stuff that I really want? I need to narrow it down to the things that I really, really want. The days of just going into a store and blindly buying something that what was that?
Holy fucking
Where this dude come from?
P-Rock just come out of nowhere.
Where the hell P-Rock come from? I haven't seen P Rock in a year. So with you, P Rock. P
He's
Rock
just Ryan, baby.
it does not matter.
I
But it is cool.
Old school
Oh no, he
shit.
does have a time.
He's got a thigh master, motherfucker. It ain't no thigh.
You know, P. Rock,
Hey,
he
hey,
loves
it's
that
the same
thigh.
shit that it's the same shit that Mr. T and Hulk Hogan they fucked up Richard Belzer that day.
I agree
This is
with
Mr. T was working with.
That is true.
I agree with Kay Carter, but obviously in the secondary market, it's capitalism, right? So certain figures, people wouldn't be selling figures at $500, $600 if they didn't hold value. So it's a two-parter, right? To that, two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Some people want the exclusive and want figures that have certain value, whether we like to admit it or not. And then some people do what he suggested, and that's okay. But that's part of collecting.
Yeah, it's definitely a part of collecting because when you look at it like this, there's the fear of missing out, FOMO, that a lot of us collectors have, right? Especially when we want something, like absolutely want something, and you're in a tight spot. You're like, okay, priorities over everything else, right? So you try to wait to see if anybody in the community got you. If not, you're gonna get got if you want it. And some of us will say, nah, I'll be without. It's just not meant for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? At that point, especially when we talk about $400 or $500 figures, right? Figures. We're not talking about, oh yeah, I got me a car for this amount of money. No. Things are not like that no more. But I will say this: INART is after everybody, even with the small licenses that they have in number, right? They're still bangers, right? In my opinion, look at that. We was looking at Wukong, and next thing you know, oh, we back to the review. Look at this. Look at this.
So a thing happened.
Yeah, you tried to undress your doll, didn't you?
You know what?
You bust that zipper, didn't you?
No, I did not bust the zipper. I did not.
But it was
hard. It was hard as shit. Getting that jacket. Getting the jacket off was easy. That sounds weird. Putting the jacket back on. My God. The zipper. I mean, I was having all kind of problems
with the gas station.
Leave that shit on.
I'm just going. Shut up. He said it's definitely capital. K Carter. It says definitely capitalism. Look at what people are selling comic book Doom for 600. Are you serious?
Yeah.
They tripping.
Yeah.
They tripping.
But that's because
they
they capitalizing on the hype from the film, but also on the fact that a lot of people didn't get the special edition one, and they're just like, I'm gonna opt and get the regular one, and the regular one's more available than the special edition. And if you want all the parts, that's the book, the extra mask, that's
but then
OG.
That Doom is a special piece though.
Oh, that Doom stays here. That's not going nowhere. I don't care what nobody says.
I still think we'll see what happens. Anyway, we got Negan on here, and I know a lot of people were talking about Negan to drop this week from INART. Some people put up the video. Yeah, I put it up. Yeah, call me an influencer, whatever. I don't care. But
no, you're a reviewer first.
I'm a reviewer. I hate influence. We talked about it a little bit last night.
This is influence right now.
I hate the term influencer because it's like it just gives the thing that I'm not in control of my own life or my own wallet. Please, you're influencing me. No. You're an adult. You're an adult. You're an adult. Look at the review. If you like it, cool. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Well, I see
DC is an enabler. Maybe you know what? Maybe an enabler. Maybe.
Enablers. I think the enabler is the more proper word.
Yeah.
Right. Because we are all adults. We all have our own money and everything like that. We have our own problems, and we have to deal with it accordingly to what happens. But we do influence each other in many different ways, and most of the times it's positive, right? The negative, that's a little different, especially when you talk bad about my turtles. Howard.
God.
I'm
Back at Turtle.
no. I'm
But,
messing up.
but what is your what do you think about this figure? Are you into The Walking Dead? Is this something that you would be interested in? I know a lot of people didn't. A lot of people, it was kind of back and forth with this figure. I think a lot of people, the people that really liked it, liked it. I also think that some people had a problem with this right here, the gap in the neck right there.
Yes.
I don't
Now I'm
feel.
gonna tell you, as a person that has it in hand,
Mhm.
BC influence. See, there you go, brother, cousin influencer hashtag. You can hashtag it. I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
He has a Tim sent one too. Damn it,
Damn.
Charlie.
Okay. I would say this. I do agree. I do not like how wide that gap is for the neck resting onto or the head resting on the neck.
Yeah,
And I also feel a little odd about his hairline. It looks a little funny, and this is just from me looking through the phone. It probably looks better in person.
yeah,
Um, but I think it looks great, and I've been a fan of Walking Dead for a while. But after how many seasons? I think I fell off on season 7. I
yeah.
fell off on season 7. I'm like, I'm done with this. You know what I mean? Can we get to the end? All right. Can we kill Rick already? Can we, all right, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, that's that, because I read the comics. So
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's straight away. Then they started doing separate seasons of different timelines. I'm like, look, I don't want to go into that.
Yeah.
Negan looks great. He looks the part. Extremely matted from the images from what I'm seeing.
Mhm.
Which is different. Used to seeing a little bit of mix between, you know, like sweat, gloss, and stuff like that with certain
Yeah.
characters. But this is not bad at all. Like, this looks like Negan. This is straight up Negan. You know, um, I don't know how the posability is in hand,
Yeah.
but you look like you could do much, with him with what you got. Considering the zipper, you know what I mean. You can't get his fly, you know, open, but I do like. I do like Lucille. Lucille looks great, nice and bloody. Um, I just wish that it came with something a little bit more,
Yeah.
something a little bit
Absolutely.
more,
No,
something gory. You know what I mean? It's The Walking Dead. Like, get
I
something
get
gory.
that. I get that. It would have been nice to come up with like a Walker or a beat up,
Something.
something else.
Or
Definitely.
split head Glenn.
I
I
would
would
take
have
a. I would have took a split head Glenn head sculpt
a
over
base.
everything
No,
else.
a split head,
Just a head sculpt.
like a base with the body bashed to shit.
You could do that.
Gruesome, gruesome. But I mean, shit. We've seen McFarlane Toys did a Al Simmons, and it was like half of a cadaver on a stand. If anybody remembers that, Spawn
I'll be
17, Spawn Series 17.
Series 17, but also you got to
Yeah,
remember he also did what was it? Movie Maniacs, Twisted World of Oz, and they
of
had
course,
crazy statuesque figures that were all horrific.
absolutely,
Plus the
absolutely.
Hellraiser figures too. So
Absolutely. Want to go to layout on this. Your thoughts on Negan and Enart, and your thought about this whole gap gate thing with this figure. Is this are you a fan of The Walking Dead? Would this be something that you would have in your collection, or
First off, before I say that, friends, if you're watching, you did not tell me that Terry Crews was a talented artist. I didn't know he was this talented. This man can draw his ass off, bro. I didn't know that. But I was just watching this video. He drew a picture of Simon Cowell because I think Simon Cowell's. I did not know that man could draw, bro. That shit was fucking phenomenal. But
did not
as
know
far
that?
as this, yeah, I didn't know that either. I just saw it. But as far, I mean, here's the thing, bro. I was a Walking Dead fan up until the Whisper War.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was a Walking Dead fan up until that because the Whisper War, even though it just kind of took me, they went a different. They took some liberties, bro, for a while.
Oh, they did.
They
For
definitely
sure.
took some liberties, bro, for a while. Um, and
If you're talking
it
about from
just,
the show, or if you read the books.
well, if you read the books, the show took some liberties like a motherfucker, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
And
Facts.
that's just what it was.
And some things it left completely.
Yeah.
It left completely out because
Yeah.
it'd
Yeah.
have been an X rating. It'd have been an X rating for certain things.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, so here's the thing. I love Walking Dead, but not enough to get the figures. I'll just say that. Like I was never, buying the figures. Even when that Michonne came out, I was like, it just wasn't, because I'm not, I knew where I wanted my collection to go. But that being said, this looks good. I will say that, it definitely looks like Jeffrey Dean. So it is a phenomenal piece in that nature. And it's INART, this is definitely what INART, what they do. And they do it up. Do they, because I hear sometimes people say, well, some of them are, with INART, they cut corners on some figures and some figures they don't.
Yeah.
We hear that a lot. I think it just depends. I don't even want to say that they cut corners. I just think that they make the best decision for that figure, for whatever figure that they get. Like they might.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, they just make the best decision for that particular figure, and what liberties can be taken. Because again, this is Negan, leather jacket, all the materials that kind of go into it, everything that you get with this particular piece. So again, it just mainly it depends. That's what I'll say. But as far as me wanting to get this, it's there's still so much more, that's out there that I'm just waiting for. I cannot wait for that Wonder Woman once that releases.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, that, I can't wait for that. Of course, the, Christopher Reeves, or let me not say Reeves, Christopher Reeve, because somebody will correct me and say Christopher Reeve, not
It's
Reeve,
man, not Reeve.
It's Reeve, man. Yeah, so, but yeah, like it looks.
You understand what the fuck I said?
Yeah, like but this looks good, bro. Like it really, really, really does look, good. I don't know. I don't study the look enough to know where there may be gripes, but people, granted, once that, Superman, Christopher Reeve, once that basically releases, people gonna find reasons to complain about that. It just happens with every figure. That's what it is.
It really does.
It really does. There's not one. It's any figure that releases, and there's no escape from a complaint or constructive criticism, whatever. But every figure, no matter how good it is going to get a criticism. So I take it for what it is.
Absolutely.
But no, it looks good though.
It really does. And shout out to Anthony. Anthony did these pictures on there. I just pulled them up. I was like, God damn, these looks good. He made it look really good. Darth Maka's missing lower jaw. He says the jacket looks good. Real leather. Yes, it is real leather. So not convinced by the head sculpt. Some people were saying that, but I see Jeffrey Dean in it. I mean, especially the way he looked at the beginning of season 8, ending of season 7. I believe. God damn, I can't believe that was the 8th season already. Damn. My God, that show just went on forever and still going on. He's still playing Negan. Just saw the last episode, not the last episode, but this week's episode of Dead City, which was phenomenal. But going to you, Howard, I gave you a little sneak peek of this figure last week, towards the end of this show backstage. And the first thing you popped out, you was like, "Yo, what's up with that gap, though?" I was like,
I hollered, bro. I was like, "Whoa!"
And as soon as you said it, I was like, "Yo, it's gonna be some shit." I was like, "It's gonna be."
It looked nice. It looked good. Leather jacket. That looked real. Like it looks good. I said the likeness is kind of there. Like I think it's the paint applications. Like it looks like him. But I feel like the other ones have better, more detail, more paint applications on the Daryl and the Rick Grimes character. So I think like Negan, I liked him because you know he played in Watchmen, right? And he
Yes,
also played in
The comedian.
comedian.
yeah,
Yep,
the comedian, and he played Batman's dad, right?
Yeah.
that's right. Thomas
Yeah,
Wayne.
Thomas
So
Wayne.
I thought he was Batman in the alternate universe. You know, he becomes Batman. His wife becomes the Joker, I think. And I was just like, I always liked him. So I could see him, but when I saw that gap, I was like, what is it gonna do on the afterward? But like, I like it. I like it. I
Right.
like it. But I still have this on pre-order with Kit. I pre-ordered all three. I didn't know how they would turn out. I think this is something you may not see for a while.
Yeah,
And I think if this sells well, like all three, they probably will do a Michonne and other characters. I think, you know, she's on the back burner. Like if they go down this line, which, you know, they're in the beginnings of different lines, like Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, like so Walking Dead is one of their IPs. So I think they're just putting these guys out first because they felt like these were like must buys or really popular characters. I see them doing the Glenn. I see them doing the Michonne. Other characters like was there Carol and all those? I don't know, but yeah, man, I think it looks good, but I don't think it looks as good as the other two.
and you know we'll definitely have to wait and see that. I will say in hand, I think it looks amazing. As soon as I pulled it out of the box, I was like, "Holy
Great,
shit,
great.
this looks really,
I'm gonna pay
really,
that
really
invoice.
good." And really just looking at like you were saying about the paint apps, I think the paint apps really do shine on this. I mean, but I do think he will be the lesser of this three.
Of the three.
I think Daryl and Rick are going to be I think they're going to be I mean the rooted hair, just the looks, the weapons, all that comes with those. I just think even the color of the outfit that they chose for Rick, that blue shirt with the red and stuff and the cowboy boots, I really think that that's just going to hit a little different than this one. As much as and I'm a Negan fan, I cosplayed as Negan like 3 times. So you know, for me, it's different because I love Negan, so I already have that bias already.
Yeah.
But as a figure goes, he is cool as shit. He really is. When you have him leaning with doing the Negan lean with Lucille, it just has it does have a vibe to it. It does. But he'll be. I do think the other two are going to be better.
I started watching the show like in the beginning. I stopped watching it after first season. What was John Berthal's character name? And do you think they'll make that figure?
Shane?
Hell no, they
Ooh.
making Shane. They're not making Shane.
No, I don't
They're
think they'll
not
make
making Shane.
Shane.
They
They
won't.
will make Michonne before they make Shane. It pisses me off that Michonne wasn't even in this, like, wasn't the fourth in this line because she is so fucking toyetic with the dreads. All that you can do with that
Exactly.
is like, come the
Swords, katanas.
See, what they should have
come
done
on,
was like they
steel
led.
diecast katanas. Come on, man.
Yeah, listen, they led with
Y'all great.
Negan.
Y'all great opening door to that conversation. Really?
No,
We know, but
we know,
I
but
think it's
it's like they should have had the Trinity. They should have had the Trinity of the
Exactly.
same people from the same group. You know, and he's the op. He's always been the op.
right, right.
He's always been the op. But now, story wise, he's not an op no more. But it's Negan. He's the new Vade. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, how close is this final product to the prototype? And that's my last question for this.
That's a great question.
That is a
I
great.
think it's pretty. I think it's pretty close to what we saw in the prototype. I mean, looking at the prototype photos and looking at what we got in hand, I think it's dead on. Personally, anybody else out there that has it, I mean, they pretty much said the same thing. I'm waiting for. I know a lot of us have it in hand, like myself, Will, Mafia,
Mhm.
Dean Knight, of course. Dean Knight did a wonderful video. Dean Knight did a wonderful video on that. Check his video out. As Jetta did as well. Um, and I think we all like. I think we liked it. I can't wait till other people get it in hand to see what they think. Um, but I think the most honest thing to say about this figure personally is yes, you're not getting a lot of you only have die cat. You do have a leather jacket. You got metal around the back. You got some die cast on. Like I said, you got a leather jacket. You got die cast on the jacket. That's about as premium as you get. You don't get sculpted hair and all that stuff. So it it is. I think, and I think Jetta said this. So I'm not trying to take it, but it may be INART's weakest offering as overall, but that doesn't mean that it's not a great figure. And I think that's the fairest assessment on that. It's if you love Negan, you love The Walking Dead, you're gonna like it. If you're a fan of NR, if you're a fan of, I think if you're a fan, you will love it. I don't think it's I don't think it's a problem with the figure, or you just gotta like it. That's my thing. You have to. If you're not a Walking Dead fan, you're gonna. This is an easy pass. That's just what it is. I do want to ask one question, then we'll go to second brother on this, and wrap this conversation. One question: their decision making when cutting corners, it's not about saving us money; it's increase their profit margins. The figure will always remain what it was originally projected to cost. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. It's all about them making money. Absolutely, 100%. Also, Pedro says Glenn was shown the governor need to be next. I totally agree. He said just say it's all important. Influencers got it for important. I don't want to say that. Everybody's important. It's just it wouldn't say that. I'll just say this. I'll just keep it like I said. And shout out. There was some people. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, people, like, what is he doing with it? Why? But Jay got it. I thought it was gonna be like that. No, it was a lot of people. Was like, hey, man, that's cool that you got it, man. It's good to see that, whatever. And I appreciate that. I really do. But I'll tell you, it's about who you know. That's just what it comes down to, honestly.
Yeah, it's always who you know,
Yeah.
and what you know. Because
Yeah.
if you don't know somebody, somebody knows who has it and who gets it 1st, and those are the ones who get their hands on it. And it also fluxes between people, because there's times I get something before anybody else, and they're like, "How did you get it?" And I'm like, "Wouldn't you like to know?" Sometimes things are best kept secret to yourself, and you just keep that under. Forget all the haters, because you know what, haters are always gonna sit there. They're always gonna hate, and at the end of the day, hate watch. Give me my views. Hit that like button while you're at it.
I'm at a point where I'm so at peace. It's fine. I got so many other things to worry
That's
about.
why I said hit that like button.
Hit
Hit
that
that
like
like button.
Thank you so much, Lou. I appreciate that. I really do. The Charlie the Unicorn says BC moving up the world. I don't know all about that, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Big Bro, your thoughts on Negan? I know you have you have a lot of the 3-0 Walking Dead stuff. Your thoughts on this? Are you planning to get any of the Walking Dead figures?
No, no. Honestly, I am content with the 3-0 ones I have, and that'd be going down a different road at a higher price point to repurchase things.
Yeah.
Like, and if I was going to go down that road to start picking, higher, you know, higher tier figures, it'd be something different.
Yeah.
It would not be a recycle of something I already had.
Because it's like retreading old ground.
It's like retreading old way, and I'm just like, at the end of the day, I mean, the Negan I got was good as shit. I mean, it's 3-0. I mean, $176 compared to that. I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
So, I mean, for what I'm looking at, having not seen it in person yet, I will say this is the paint application. It's kind of bothering, and it's maybe the light, or maybe it's my fucked up vision. It may be that, but I'm looking like this. It looked like he came out of his makeup and they put a little bit too much powder.
Ooh.
I don't know all about
on
that.
Face. And maybe my vision's fucked up. I'm just like, it's good, but it's
Is it like soft, or is it more like?
okay,
Or is it
okay,
like really
now that bringing it up close to that's good for how that looks. But for that other picture, it was like, oh man, you need. It's like I want to take like a spray bottle with fucking baby oil and just spray it on his forehead and his face and make him look a little sweaty because he just looked dry.
Yeah, I would say like the beard and the mustache and the hair.
Yeah, make it a little dry. I mean, the hair looks great, but it's just like maybe it was probably that angle that I saw that.
I mean, he looks like a. I'll just say that he looks like a person. I mean, but we say that about all.
But no, dude. But you got it in hand. You can see that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at when I'm looking at on the screen. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe different.
No, I get it. Yeah,
in hand.
Totally. Yeah.
I can see it in hand. But that I'm not gonna say
baby oil.
that shit on the neck. I'm not gonna say that because people say take that word and just run with it.
I said the same thing with the Robert Pattinson the Batman. I didn't think it really looked that great, but then when I got it in hand, I'm like, oh shit, I can see Robert Pattinson. So it might be one of these situations with him.
Now, like this picture here, this picture is great. But the other one, it just like, I don't know if it was the lighting or what. It just, it made it look dry. It made it look dry. So, but then two, you got it in hand. I can see it in hand. I'm like, holy shit, this is it. But as for me going out to go buy a whole new setup, like me going out to a whole new
I get it. No, I get it because it's like retreading the same ground. I mean, honestly, I'm having that problem right now with the new Han Solo figure. Even though I need that Han Solo figure because that completes it's like the missing piece of my Empire collection. So,
if you don't have that Han piece, that goes with your Bespin Leia. That goes with your 2-pack. That goes with the whole thing with Boba Fett. That goes with the whole thing with Vader. That goes. It's so much shit that goes with that one particular figure.
Yep.
And then you can stretch that figure into Jedi. Take the jacket.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So that's why it's like I gotta get it, but it's like, damn, it's like I want that figure bad, but I don't know. I kind of want this.
It's the best fucking sculpt, Harrison Ford sculpt I've seen thus far.
It is, but I really, this joint right here, I ain't gonna lie. When you talk about the fun factor of a figure right here, this motherfucker.
I'm about to go do something right now. See,
he's checking his. But that means he's checking his sheets inside Joe. He's checking his pre-order sheets.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm about to do. Because I'm sitting there like, man,
I'm about to go ahead.
I'm about to go say fuck something else. And I'm sitting there trying to believe. So I'm like, I got the devil on this side, and I got the angel on this side, but I got two devils right here. They fuck it, do it. And then angel, what are you gonna do? I'm like, shut up. I'm about to make this move. It's this motherfucker right here. Just seeing that. But I was like, always wanted with the red, because I got the original Sideshow one with him with the red bro. And that motherfucker looked dry. I mean, it held up pretty good for the moment. And I'm like, okay. Because I think it's probably 3 Sideshow figures that's left in here that's still holding on. It's about to be
hold that thought. I got to do this. I got to do this for my boy Aries. Because every time I see this version of Palpatine, I think about when we used to be on Aries show. We used to be on the Market show. So I'm doing this for Aries. Aries, I know you're out there. I know you're somewhere watching. Show people going to say. You can do that now.
There's so much, so much wrong shit that you could do with that. If I was younger, I would probably have handprints all over my face because that's. I'm being fucking HR like every day. Like, you just said it again.
Absolutely. So yeah, you getting this, and I know you have a version of. You have the Sideshow version of this. Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's showing its age compared to this shit.
Dude, but I'm saying it held on for a while. So I was like, damn, they got to do it. And then when I saw that, I said, damn, they finally brought it with the damn robe. And somebody did those pics. I don't know who did it, where they had Mason all of them fucking piled up. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, we about to bring. Oh, that's how I got Patrick.
Like,
Patrick did
Patrick
that.
did that.
Patrick did that. Yes, he did.
Like, damn.
He
Yeah,
did that shit.
he
Patrick.
put his foot in that one.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
He
did.
put his foot in that shot.
He killed it with that. Patrick been killing it. Straight
I
up.
love that grin, man. That grin is just so evil.
He's like, excellent.
Good.
It's good.
Look at this. Now going to your point, bro. Another figure like Han, another figure that you can use all throughout your collection.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. Look at man. Bro. Come on now.
And then you got crispy. Then you got crispy fried Vader coming up.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, barbecue Annie.
Hey.
Got barbecue Annie's on the way.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing. Hold on, Layel. Doesn't this? Hold on. Let me go back to this photo because this photo kills me every time I see it. Hold on. Just the way they shot it and framed it. Don't that look like a dope rap album cover right there?
Yeah,
Palpatine, are you still down?
it does. It does.
That's Palpatine Machiavelli album.
Right.
It does.
Man, your thoughts on this, Layel? Man.
Nah, it's incredible, bro. I mean, especially if you're going down and completing this line, bro. Like this looks absolutely fantastic. It's another Palpatine. They got the skin pigmentation right with the spots. Like that's definitely on point. I will say the only thing about it, and if you go back to the other picture, like go back to it. The only thing I will say is that, and it could just be the lighting. So I do want to stay kind of reserved with it.
Yeah.
It's the hair. I'm wondering if the shading in the hair is right or if it's too plasticky looking.
Saying it looks flat.
Like I don't want to say flat. It just looks. I don't know. But here's the thing. It's not even a real nitpick, because it still looks good. And that's what I'm saying. Like I want to stay reserved because it could just be the lighting that I'm seeing, in some of the photos. Because the pigmentation is just always everything. It looks incredible, bro. I love it.
It really does. It
Yeah.
really looks good.
Yeah, that's dope.
Really looks good. Justin did a simple but beautiful side-by-side head sculpt. Harrison Ford and Han Solo. This solo on point. Yeah. That Han Solo, man. This joint right here. Woo, this joint is amazing.
Yeah. Definitely is. I mean, I can't wait to get it, pick it up. It's going to be. I mean, again, like I told you, bro. Still, the Palpatine with the throne is still my go-to. I still love that piece. But this definitely is incredible, bro. This shit right here just.
Yeah.
I'm doing the twister.
Yeah, bro.
I saw this. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a human right there. Now, see, this is where Hot
I think they
Toys
nailed it.
shine.
Yeah, they
did.
nailed it, bro.
They did.
Nailed it.
Men of a certain age, they just really go. They go in. They go in. Look at this. Look at he on the wheels of steel. I do want to put a DJ table right next to him with the fans like that. I ain't even gonna
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Dope. Howard, man, your thoughts on this? I know you're not the biggest Star Wars collector. I know you're not.
It's dope as shit. It looks good. I'm not picking it up, as you already know, but I'm happy for those that are getting it. Yeah, I kind of was like looking at the Han Solo and him. I was like, damn, kind of want to get it, but I'm not really into Star Wars like that. But like, this looks so good. It's undeniable.
It is. Undeniable is definitely the right word. Definitely. Look at that, like with the clutched hands right there. That's
hot right there.
Yeah. That's money. That is money straight up. That looks amazing. Hold on, I'm trying to get to our guy's photo. Hold on, where's our boy's photo? Hold on. Because all of these, they went crazy with these. But Patrick killed it with his. Damn it, where is it at? Patrick did the joint with all the fallen Jedi, and it just looked amazing.
Yeah, that shit was fucking bananas. I like
It was.
soul.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like you see why you on Hot Toys payroll. My God, he killed that
You talking about influencer shit?
for real, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't doing shit. Up, Lou's in the back. There you go, Lou.
Yeah, this thing, man. I hate StreamYard and I hate Wi-Fi, man. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh,
It's Nilrific said, he said, "Hey y'all, love this Palpatine. My last one is up for sale. If anyone wants it." He came through selling. I ain't mad at you. I'm not even mad at you. Shit, you got to get it off. Get it off, man. Shit, it's a lot of them out here. That's why I waited. I waited for this one. This was the one that I wanted. So. Yeah,
Oh yeah, damn, you damn right. I'm getting that motherfucking man. I got that dividend check. Shit. Okay. Fuck that.
It's like he just thought about that. Wait a minute.
I got that dividends check coming. Oh.
Yeah, look, I'm just looking at him right here. I'm like, oh shit, yeah. Already paid off.
And he held up. He's at already paid off.
Already paid off. Shit, I can't wait. And something's telling me they're gonna get this out the door pretty soon.
Oh, they're definitely gonna get it out the door, man. They already did the sculpt twice. Both have.
Yeah.
But
So I think we'll be seeing this from Sideshow quick.
Yeah, that's like from years ago. I was like, man, we need to get that damn. I'm looking for that motherfucking zombie Palpatine with the red robe, but they gave us half and half. You know,
they did. You did. Damn, you did say that. Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
Great looking piece. Great looking figure. Great looking figure. Does anybody have anything else to say? Lou, did I get your opinion on?
Oh no, I got kicked while Leo was speaking, and I was listening to his opinion, and then everything just got jumbled, and I'm like, I had to close the app, all that other stuff, check the Wi-Fi, come back.
Your thoughts?
But this is a beautiful piece, man. I will not be getting it though because I got the other two. So I already had double dipped on this guy. It makes no sense for me to go in a third time unless I'm just going for the robe itself. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it would just be a shame just to have everything else in the box. Plus, you know, space is a factor. So being that I had both looks, both versions, you know, I'll be happy sitting on the sidelines watching you guys enjoy it and do the, you know, the photography. Also, seeing your displays, you know, because I want to see how some of these people, you know, show their displays. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some people have it nice and neat. Some people have it in a row. Some people have just the character itself lined up, you know. So I like seeing all of that. But it's a beautiful piece, man. I love the detail in the clothing. Like that is just killer. And, you know, I don't see no differences between this one and the other two. As far as the sculpt is concerned.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, this is another banger. This is another banger. Just yes, good.
Another great figure.
That's what I see.
Another great figure. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, bro. It's good. Good. That's right.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, Eric. I know Eric is gonna be down for that because I know he's rebuilding his Star Wars. Excuse me. Freudian slip.
Yeah, I'm about to put you in the corner over there with everybody else. Like, what did you say?
Well, that's going to be it on the figures and everything. It was a great show. Before we close out, I do want to do this. We talked about it a little bit at the top of the show, but lost a lot of people this week.
Oh my God.
I want to go through them real quick. Want to give an RIP to Tim Curry. Come on, Clue. I mean, come on. I mean, Pennywise, the original Pennywise. You know what I'm saying? Home Alone lost in New York. We loved him from that. Come on, man. This guy's did everything. Frankenfurt from Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, this guy's had everything.
The Rum Tum Tugger.
Rum Tum Tugger. Mm-hmm.
You know where that's from?
Mm-hmm. Yo,
let's see. You know where that's from?
Oh my God.
Oh shit! I'm about to catch some people.
Does anybody know where that's from? Say it in the chat.
Rum Tum Tugger's The Curious Cat.
Mhm.
I gave y'all the biggest ass fucking clue. Now, this is a challenge for everybody out here.
Captain Hook. Captain Hook.
Let's see.
Captain Voice for Captain Hook. Damn, got
Nope.
Hunt for Red October. Cats.
There you go. There you go.
Cats.
It's on
There you
Broadway.
go.
Yes.
There you go. I forgot about that. Damn.
When everyone dressed up as a cat, they had their trash bin little prop junkyard thingy. Oh my god, I remember.
Storm from American Gladiators passed away too. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Dude, a lot of people, a lot. I'm talking about this is like the worst week of the year for
You
all
say,
the
you know what?
celebrities and people that we
This
usually
star show take a cold-blooded advantage. Take a cold-blooded advantage. You know they re-released that Pennywise for pre-order.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did because I saw what it was going for on eBay last night. And I saw one for $450. I was like, "Up there, here we go,
Yeah.
here we go." It's Clue, Congo,
Yeah. Clue.
Oh
Legend.
my god, I forgot he was in
Legend.
Congo.
Oh yes,
Legend.
Legend.
I forgot.
Legend.
Oh, Legend, of course, man.
Of course.
Like that dude gave me nightmares. Forget it. It did. Pennywise didn't give me nightmares. Legend, he get whoa.
Right? He played honestly, dog, like in Legend. He played seriously just how nightmarish he was, but just the dialogue in general. That was like an Academy Award winning type of performance. Even though the movie was received, but it was still dope. Love it.
that movie was hold on. That movie was a flop.
It wasn't, bro. It wasn't as received. Nah, it wasn't received well at
Get
all.
out of here. See,
No,
I'm so young. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is amazing."
It's a cult. Here's the thing: is it was a cult classic, but it wasn't received in the theaters well.
Got you.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
two, because me and Sarah was doing Ferris Bueller at the same time.
Yeah,
Sarah
that's
was doing
right.
Ferris Bueller at the same time.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, she's so
I was
fine.
gonna say Rocky Horror Show.
She was so fine. Oh my god. Did you ever meet her at a con?
No. Me and Sarah haven't done it. I don't think she.
I was gonna ask. I was scared to ask for me. I was
I
like,
don't
she's
think-
still
I don't
around.
think she
Like,
have,
yeah.
I don't think she
Because you don't hear that much about her.
Nope.
Phoebe
No.
Cates, you don't hear that much.
You
about
may. I would say because I think it's a thing. While they're hearing grumblings around it, they're going to do an anniversary to Ferris Bueller, and I think that's what you guys are there talking about with Yost with the Corvette.
Yeah.
The Corvette.
Yeah.
So, it may be a thing coming around full circle. I think it's an anniversary for that coming up. Ferris Bueller.
Three Musketeers. I know you.
Yeah, the Three Musketeers.
Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Directors of the Cult Legend is better than the theatrical release. Yeah, that's what I heard. Rocky Horror, of course, Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I think they put that back in the theaters. That's long.
Yeah.
Of course, Dolly.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sweet Dolly.
You saw that
This
letter
This
that
hurt.
Eminem
This
did?
really hurt, bro.
This
Yeah.
really hurt.
Yeah. You saw that letter that Eminem posted?
That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Did she wrote him?
That was
Yeah.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That, my God, that just shows you just the insight of just how beautiful a person she was on the inside. You know what I'm saying? On the inside and out. You know what I'm saying? I had friends, younger dudes that I work with, like, dude, I didn't know she was fine like that. I was like, yeah, dude, yeah, the only one in 9 to 5.
And I would tell you this: Dolly had Stallone's first wife scared for a while.
A long time.
Oh
A
yeah.
long
Yeah,
time.
and Stallone's first wife scared for a while.
Because Dolly's that girl next door, man. Dolly's that girl next door.
Yep.
I mean, you know, that's an example of a person, of any person that you want to be in life, in spirit and everything. She's a big example. Big example.
Yeah.
Big example of that. Her philanthropy.
Absolutely. I mean,
wow.
the fact that
the things she's done for people.
and the fact that my daughter, we got the Dolly, we get the Dolly Parton books every You know, that was her, you know, her thing to get children to read. We get her books every month. You know, and I remember probably maybe like a month ago, she was on a magazine. And I think they were talking about her health then in the magazine. She was like, "Yep, I'm not going nowhere. I'm right here." You know, she had that resiliency. And I remember telling my daughter, telling Bella, like, "Hey, that's the lady. That's the lady that sends you the books." She's like, "Oh, that's her. Oh, that's Dolly." I
Yeah.
was, "Yeah, her name's Dolly Parton." So, you know, she just touched so many people of many walks of life and in many now different generations. It's amazing. Uh, Nalrific says, a colleague of mine has worked with Dolly. Oh wow, for many years, and I've had the opportunity to meet her on both of our accounts. She was gold. That's amazing, dude. That is amazing. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Mhm.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
That's so awesome. And of course,
Yeah.
this
Man.
broke a lot of people's heart. This
Man.
was like,
Dude.
damn.
Bro, it's like one day after another, bro.
Yeah,
Bang,
today
bang,
was
bang.
another, man. It was
That's
just
how it is.
dude, that when I saw that, I was like, damn. And it's one of these things, and that's where it's very
Bro, here's the thing. I didn't know. There was a lot that I didn't know, bro. I remember he was the narrator for Voltron.
Voltron, yep.
Yep.
And that,
Yeah.
bro, that theme song of Voltron, I've always loved that theme.
Hell yeah.
But
Yes.
I didn't know, bro, that he was one of the original voices for the Outcha Predator.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
The growl, and he was one
You
of
gotta
the
be
original.
shitting me.
Nah, he was.
What?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that, bro. Yep.
He was Eeyore.
I mean,
he was
his
also
work-
Eeyore.
What?
Yeah,
You didn't know he was
Eeyore?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, he's done
was Eeyore,
work.
bro.
He does work, bro.
Yeah.
He's done
Man,
work. He's done plenty of work.
Peter Cullen's library is, I would say only person that I would think would be, I want to say there's so many voice actors out there that have made huge marks would be him and Keith David.
Keith David, definitely.
And check this out. Another fun fact. If it wasn't for Peter Cullen and him petitioning, because people didn't know that Peter Cullen and Scatman Crothers were like this.
Yeah.
They were close friends.
Yeah.
Peter Cullen was the one who suggested that Scatman Crothers play jazz. That'd be the voice of jazz. And that's how we got jazz for
Yep.
for
You're right about that.
it was Peter Cullen's voice. It was Peter Cullen petitioning because they were best. They were cool. They used to exchange information. Because the thing is, Peter Cullen was a huge jazz enthusiast. He loved jazz, bro. But and he loved Scatman Crothers. So he was just like, yo, he petitioned to have him do the voice, and that's how we got jazz.
When I met him at the con, that's why I just came out of surgery the week before, and I was in the wheelchair, and I got to meet him in the gentleman that does Megatron. They was right beside one another, and I got a lithograph there, but both of them signed it. And I was talking to him about he did this Halloween story tape. They used to scare the shit out of him.
Yes.
Used to scare the shit out of him. And it was like, and I told him, I said, man, that's my first introduction to your work when you did Halloween Horrors. And then when I kind of, redid some of the lines, and he was like, oh, I remember that. He was like, that was in 1971. I'm like, damn, when I was born, that's how old that story is. And that story is still creepy as shit today.
Still creepy.
If you take a trip to South Carolina, you take a trip to South Carolina and you drive on down to one of them damn roads and you play that particular thing that he did, oh yeah, that shit still mess you up. You be scared to go out there.
Now let me tell you something, and I hate to admit this, and I'm going to admit it. because I'm that young. I did a stream last week with Yost, and we unveiled that Cars releasing, which car is going to be. They're doing Cars pre-orders going up for Knight Rider car um tomorrow. Jazz Inc. doing a big thing for it. As I was doing that interview with Yost, I did not realize
That Peter Cullen was the voice of Carr.
in the first season. I did not
Yeah,
know that. I
yeah.
did not fucking know that.
Uh-huh.
I did not know that until today. I was like, you
Uh-huh.
gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, bro. He's been around, dog.
You got to be. This man did that. This man. What are we
Yeah.
going to do?
Uh-huh.
I mean, what are we going to
He
do?
he was also in this last season of Invincible.
Mhm.
Yes, man.
I'm
It's-
so glad you said that. I gotta
it's-
finish.
It's one of those things where when you go to these Comic Cons and you see these legends, you better appreciate them and support them, talk to them, because I'm sitting up here in the basement. I turned around and did it today, and I was talking to Mama Cousins today, and I was talking to you about it, Jay, today, where I'm looking at the wall of all these people taking photo ops with, and you saw counted in the lines how many of them are gone.
Yeah.
You get with him. I'm looking at Carl Weathers. Then looking at Nichelle Nichols. And then I'm turning looking like all these people, these legends that when not saying that they're not at their peak and we don't appreciate them. But then you turn around and realize like, oh, say, damn, you missed the opportunity. Like Stan Lee, Sid Croft. I met Lil Macho and the Fame. We met Sid Croft. And he was 99. And his birthday was the day after. And he got a shirt, and he was like, the shirt said Sid Croft make me cry, because he knew at that time he was like, I know this probably gonna be my last one, and it was.
Man, listen.
So people out there, you go to these cons, man, and you see these people, man, appreciate them.
I remember when I went to go see. I remember it was Adam West, and I saw Adam West, and it was funny because I spent all my money, meeting, Darth Vader. Damn it, David Prowse. And then there, I didn't even realize Adam West was there, and I just saw Adam West, and I wanted to just, man, honestly, I just wanted to go up and give him a hug. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And there was people coming up, and he was being nice, and people was coming up, and then I talked to his handler. I was like, "Yo, can I just say hi?" And the handler was like, "Yeah, but a lot of people been coming up, but they're not buying anything." And I was like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, I'm not gonna be yelled at by Batman. Oh no. That's something I won't recover from." And 2 months later, we passed. So when the second brother saying you missed those opportunities, man, it's just, it's hard, man, because you go to this con, yeah.
I was ready to be cheap. I was ready to be cheap with Stan Lee, and I was like, because that's when I first started getting into concerts, man. I was like, damn, Stan won a lot of money. And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I'm being my dad right now. I need to stop doing this shit, because his man just lost his wife, and he's in his 90s. And I gotta take Lil Macho. I gotta make this happen. I find the money from somewhere. And you know what it's like.
This is, if you can pull me up, Jay.
Absolutely.
That's his signature.
Oh wow.
Stan Lee. I got it as soon as I got it. I got his autograph, but I got him to write here, and this is exactly how he signed it. And then I got that tattooed on my arm.
That is amazing.
Yeah, bro.
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope.
Will Shatner too. Yep.
Yeah.
Will Shatner too.
Well, it's
I'm
happening,
taking
bro.
that one with
They
you,
better
man.
put these motherfuckers in carbonite, bro. Freeze them till we need them. For real.
For real.
Put them in
Absolutely.
John Williams too. Put him in
Yes.
carbonite.
Yes.
Put him in carbonite, bro.
Yes.
Like straight up. Like,
Yes.
because it's just too many. and here, never mind. I don't want to make this space political. So let's move on.
I will say this: we also lost somebody else.
Yeah.
We lost somebody else.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hold up. Where's my
Oh, Samuel Monroe.
We got Samuel Monroe.
Mhm.
Hold on, I was looking for we got Samuel Monroe from Menace to
And
Society.
then it's the
Yeah.
society, man.
He
Yeah,
was in a
bro.
lot of movies back then.
He was.
Was he in
He was in the Players Club.
Players
Tales
Club.
was he in Tales from the Hood too,
That
right?
man was
Yeah.
Tales from the Hood. You about to get all the shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my man right there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Menace is a hood classic. Honestly, I
Mhm.
was always you were either a Menace to Society fan or a Boys to the
Bruh,
in the
To
Hood.
the hood.
I
This,
I was
Society.
Menace. I like Menace. Honestly.
Man.
bro, minutes he made this infamous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
When he was running to the car, bro.
Yup.
Always sitting there and tell folks of the other hue, like, if you want to fuck with black folks and their money, just watch the opening minutes of Society.
Oh
We
my
don't
God.
play.
Bro,
We don't play.
somebody said, "Is this Charlie Unicorn?" Said, "Is this Calvin?"
Charlie.
You look like Calvin, boy.
Damn.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Damn it. Eric says, yeah, the metal band of Thomas Legend Death Metal from Sweden died several years ago. Met him in a van. Yep. Retour. In the Bronx. Yeah, man.
2026 is not kind, bro. It's
But
not
you know,
kind to none of us, bro.
but we also been through this. What was it? 2024, 2025, when we lost like I know it's controversial.
Hogan.
We lost Hogan and Ozzy, and it was
Ozzy.
somebody else. It was like 4 people. I mean, these are people we grew up with. It was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It was like,
Bro.
Yeah, but this one is different. This was like 10 in a week.
I mean, let's not even forget about Hayden Panettiere. That's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget about Hayden. So
I think about this year.
yes.
Like it's the hardest part for me is not just losing my mom, but how many individuals we've lost in a year. I mean, collectively lost. And it just feels like all of them were holding on as long as they could. And all of them, in some sense of the word, wanted to see a level of change
Yeah.
that they'll never be alive to see. And they've died in the current state of where we are right now. And I see that, bro.
It's a reminder, bro.
Yes, it
That's
is.
right.
It's a
I
constant
did that
reminder.
post.
And it's one of those things where, like, my mom's birthday is next month, or September 8th, and it's what's going to happen between now and then.
Yeah.
What else may happen? Like, what else do we have to prepare for, bro? That's not good, dog. It's just it's crazy.
I did a post right after Dolly, and I'm sitting there. All these good people are gone, and we got shit left behind. Sorry to say that. And I put on a post like, people better get their souls right, because this is a message. These are messages that's given. I went to see Billy Idol last week, and the energy, and I could tell you, and I admit to this, I was tearing up at that show, tearing up, because I remember myself in 1984 as a kid wanting to see him, and then some of my friends, imitated him, but to see him perform and all the shit that he had gone through, and he got a documentary that's out, that came out last year, and talking about how many times he cheated death. And I'm looking at it in the sense of, wow, we got to really start embracing these legends while they're here.
Yes.
Take the lessons that the life lessons from them, because with Dolly Parton is a certain level of kindness there.
Absolutely.
And looking at that interview with Billy, and it kind of remind me of the shortcomings of my dad and the struggles that they go through, and alcohol and drugs, and be able to come full circle to try to make amends with grandchildren, And all of us are getting to the age where we actually start losing our friends, our actual friends we grew up with.
Yeah.
Not through street stuff, through natural causes. You get into your 50s. Man, I can turn around and tell you, my high school class, we graduated 200 people. There's only 15 of us left. Of men.
Jesus.
Only 15 out of 200. 15. COVID took out 15 right off the break. That year 2020, the year 2020 with COVID, took out 15 of my class, of my high school class, the men in the high school class. And there was another one just recently. She just had lost her battle with cancer, and one of the bravest people that we always kept a smile, So you got just people just have to be kind to each other, trying to just trying to bring good out of it, trying to get good out of everything. And we see some negative stuff out there, and you kind of like certain things you got to address, but other things you got to remember. You only live once. You only here for the time that you're here, and for the people that's around you. Hold on to them.
That's right.
Call them, tell them you love them. Give them a hug. This. Right. I know Lil Macho hate. I won't say he hates. I grab on him and hug on him like I just had him, and I'm just sitting up there like, absolutely. I had to do this because you never know. You never know these things.
That's why it's important just to go out there, just say, listen, I just want to let you know I've been thinking about you.
That's right.
You've been on my mind. And just let you know that, I know I don't call often. I'm not always, around, but you know what? You're on my mind, and I just want to see how you're doing. That's it.
Absolutely.
I did that with my father yesterday. Eating dinner with the family, and reach out to my pops. He was driving. He literally pulled over just to talk to me and my family.
And talk to him as long as you need to, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That as long as you need to, bro.
I'll give anything to be able to talk to my grandparents, to talk to all my grandparents at the age I'm at now. I would give anything to sit there and have a conversation with them. To hear that wisdom. To hear that wisdom. That's one thing I missed about my job I retired from, because I spent a lot of time with older people walking the streets of DC, and talking about the old city and talking about how things were. That was the best part of my job. That's the thing I missed the most.
Eddie King, bro. We lost Eddie King too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That man was multi-talented. I didn't
Michael Wright. We lost Michael Wright. Oh my God.
Wait, was Michael Wright in Mortal Kombat? Which one? Or someone else? Because we lost someone in a fight movie, and we lost the guy that was Shredder's assistant in the Ninja Turtles movie with the bald head.
He died?
You know what I'm talking about, Lou?
You're not talking about Tatsu. Tatsu's still alive.
I thought I saw a video on that.
We talk about my man to get the old famous saying, the old famous saying. This is the flavor. This is the flavor that we got right here, neighbor. Sugar Hill.
Sugar Hill, bro.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sugar Hill, bro.
Right. It's crazy out here.
He was in what was it? Money. What was it? It was
Money Talks.
Money Talks.
Was he in Money Talks?
Let me tell you something.
With Chris Tucker.
Yeah, you come and shot him in the ass in McConnell Boulevard, man.
Yeah, and then he had the bazooka, bro. He was sitting up in the stadium with the bazooka and the lollipop, bro. That shit was,
hold on. You got big problems.
Yeah,
you got little problems. You got big problems that AK-47 can scratch.
Yeah.
And our brother was in V, and the black brother that survived all this shit.
In V, V, the television show.
TV show.
Yeah, bro. He was the only one
that survived all that shit. They say usually the brother gets it. No, he survived. Yeah.
He survived. Yeah, Loki in here. Loki said, "What's up?" He was saying in the house. He said, "Damn, catching strays walking in the door." God damn.
Bro, they said you
Yeah, V definitely was a classic.
This is the Reggie Banners, the star of Phantasm or franchise passed
Yeah.
away, and Vincent Pastor, who was in The
Big
Sopranos.
pussy.
Sopranos.
Big pussy.
Yeah, Big Pussy died. Yep.
Mhm.
A man right there too. Damn.
That's crazy.
Damn.
There's a lot of people, man, a lot of people. And then, what's happening around the world, you know, uh, it's just too much. It's too much, man. Too much in 1 week.
Really is. Really is. But guys, that is going to be it for the night on Best of the Best. Thank you all so much for being here. Great energy, great talking points, great conversation. Want to keep, I mean, we already a little over. Want to keep it as short as possible. Lay out what you got going on.
Same old, man. Figure Flex Friday tomorrow, Collectors Lounge on Sunday, Comic Book Talk with Friends on Monday, and full rotation, man. So everybody have a blessed one. Plain simple,
Absolutely.
short, sweet.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And when is that album coming out, brother? That album
The 8th,
dropping.
my mom's
Nice.
birthday.
Beautiful.
It's nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Lou, what you got going on, brother?
Same rotation as always, too, man. Catch me everywhere. Figure Flex Friday tomorrow. I will be there early and set my alarm clock. I got S Beams collector's figures on Monday. Toy photography talk with Maz on Tuesday, and back here on Thursday for Best of the Best.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Howard Collects, what you got going on, brother?
Thank you for having me, BC. I will probably, when I get off here, I'll be watching Netflix Grand Theft Auto trailer premiere.
I want to say one question. Probably gonna get in trouble for it. I know
No, don't do it. Don't do it now. Don't do it now.
I'm gonna go ahead and get in trouble for it. Can you get in trouble for liking a computer generated graphic? Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Howard. Because I was just watching that, and I mean, damn. I mean, that game looks amazing.
Damn.
It looks amazing, but wow. I mean, woo, I thought Shiva was something having a co-op with Shiva back in Resident Evil, but this is
That's
this is
a
gonna be
co-op.
fun. This is gonna be a fun game. I can't wait. It's a little too realistic though. I ain't gonna, because if you see that the Netflix special and how it comes on, I've been like, yo, this look like some places I used to walk through. Yeah. This is like some places I used to walk through. So I was having, I don't know. Yeah, it was an experience to say the least. Definitely. But definitely, Howard. Definitely thank you so much for being here, brother. Appreciate you as always. Second brother, what you got going on?
Man, school work. I already got a team exercise that the team is not teaming, and I'm gonna have to do a Donnie Brasco to some folks because I'm not getting a fucked up grade. So I got to work on that tomorrow. I've been working on 2 busted lawnmowers. I fixed one today. Then I got to fix the other one. This damn carburetor. I got to put that together tomorrow. Along with that, and I didn't tell you I got another AMS. So I'm hooking up 2 AMSs to the 3D printer.
Nice.
So I do that. Hey, you ain't even comment on the shirt. Yeah, I thought you was going to say some shit. You ain't comment on the shirt. We didn't even see it.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Oh no, man. No, I need that joint, and I need it in a medium. 'Cause I'm little. I need it in a medium, and I need that joint, and I heard you got a Night of the Comet joint coming.
Yeah.
You already know how I feel about Night of the Comet.
Yes, sir. I showed it to your mom. I was like, he's going to shit. He's going to shit when he see this shirt.
Yeah, that joint right there, because that's one of those things that you blink and you miss it. A lot of people miss that. So I was like, oh shit, yeah, you're a real one. You're a real one. Like I said, I'm just a copy. He the original, for real. I'm just a copy. I'm just a fucking copy. That's it. Damn, that's dope.
Oh, and I'm picking up a bass. And I'm picking up a bass on the weekend.
You picking up a bass?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you let me have it. Whatchamacallit? You
Oh,
let
he's
me
at
have it
So you
Some
get
sometime.
my Les
You
Paul. Oh no,
let me
you get my
have
Les
it, bro. I need that.
Paul.
Come on.
No,
That's a present right there. I need
no.
that sunburst.
At that Ace Frehley star sunburst. Oh no.
I'm gonna get you know what? I'm gonna get one for my birthday. That's gonna be my 40. That's gonna be my 46. That don't even make any fucking sense. How am I 46? That's ridiculous. That's
because
stupid.
time doesn't wait for no man or
Doesn't
woman.
make, it doesn't
That's
make
why.
sense. That doesn't. I was 26. How am I 46? 46? Really?
Man, listening
I'm
to an
4
interview.
steps from the fourth floor. That's bullshit. No, no, from the fifth floor.
Listen to an interview from John Taylor. I was like, man, I'm gonna go fuck with a bass. I'm trying.
Never too old to play an instrument, man. Just
So remember,
pick
you
one
see,
up.
there's no sex in the champagne room. That's what I was told. But we'll see.
They say that until you actually put more money on top.
I remember in my old life, I got kicked out of one of them rooms. Anyway, another story for another time. Another story for another time. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. You
Have a
guys are
steak on your eye
amazing.
next week.
What'd you say?
Have a steak on your eye next week.
Shit, I'm probably gonna have one as soon as we get off the computer. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. And if anything pops tomorrow, I'm sure we'll all do videos on it. I mean, shit, I'm just gonna say it. I usually like to make predictions and it happen. So I'll just say it. Harley Quinn or either
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Yeah, Harley Quinn or Winter Soldier. I think they're due. I think they're due. Yep.
You didn't get no delay notice, so
I got the
no,
label.
you did. No, I did get a delay notice for one. So
Yeah.
For which one? For Winter Soldier?
Yep.
yeah.
Me
Oh,
too.
fuck. What
But
do I know? Anyway, guys, love you all. Have
maybe
a
they'll
good
drop
one.
Hicks.
Maybe we'll get hit. Maybe. It'd be weird because
Don't
they
stop
gotta.
playing with my goddamn emotions.
They really need to. We need a power loader and we need a Hicks. That needs to come out. Make sure y'all go watch Joey. Joey is doing his thing. Check him out. Also, other news. I got Reagan. He Collector's Adventures just dropped a dope video on Luke. I'm sorry, Luke, on Han Solo. Check him out. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Love you all. Peace.